So, last game we left off. Todd, the Toreador in the group, um, threw a grand Elysium party gifted to him by the prince. Celebrities and higher ups of the Camarilla showed up to kind of wine and dine and get to know each other, mingle, and in that time you met a few celebrities and got to know each other a little bit more better. You also were gifted after finishing the mission from London with a new haven that you have only briefly seen. And you were also told that Brett would be delivering paperwork for this new home. After the party, however, Todd seemed to have disappeared, gone missing, along with his retainer. It would seem the person that he met at the party was not any normal person, and after leaving with that woman, he seemingly has not been around. And we will be starting this game with the three of you going to your new gifted haven by the prince. A prince that most of you do not like and feel that he is much more heavy-handed than what you would like from a prince. So, we will begin with the three of you outside. Being given the keys, what do you do?
Uh, I guess go in.
Okay. As you open the door, on the inside you see a modernly built home. Extremely lavish, fully furnished, and ready to be lived in. Usually, you would not see a kindred living in this sort of home with its great big windows, and you could tell in the daylight this house would get lots of it. But as you look through the home, you notice that the bedrooms seem to be light tight, as well as the basement underneath the house seems to be almost another house completely. It has a kitchen, bathrooms, bedrooms, all underground without any windows. The perfect and quite fancy home for a kindred, and you would probably just be noticing how rich and how expensive this building would have been to make this way. And I will
Um,
ask, could you all drag your tokens onto the map?
Jessica, were you here when we were claiming bedrooms?
I was. Because I
Oh,
literally made the joke of, I want the biggest bed. Uh,
oh,
I feel like somebody wasn't there when we claimed bedrooms.
it was Todd who.
Oh,
It was Todd who's no longer here with us. Period.
that's yeah. Do. I can't even remember which one.
are you saying that Alice will be with you at this moment?
Yeah,
Brandon.
Alice follows. Yeah, Alice for now is following.
Okay. Then the four of you enter this beautiful home. And just to get another check, as Todd, we left off with Todd throwing his coin that he received from Mithras, or at least a messenger who said he was from Mithras, a golden coin that seemed to have a mysterious past into the river. The rest of you, where are your coins right now?
Still in my boot. Uh,
Still in my little coin purse. In the pocket of my shirt.
Okay.
oh, by the way, whenever I drag Alice's token out, I don't have control of it after that. Like I can't.
Let me take a look for you. Nathaniel, what about yours?
He keeps it in his pants pocket.
Okay. strange. Why is this not working? Why must
I
roll
like that.
20 be like this?
Not like that coin, has any significance or, could potentially go very wrong ending up in the river.
Oh yeah.
What could
Nothing
possibly go
masquerade
wrong?
breachy about that.
I
You
mean,
know.
technically, it's
Technically, okay. Yeah. Listen, it's the next day. I don't really think we technically know it's in the river anyway, so
no,
it's fine.
no, I
It's
know.
fine. You know, Todd just took it with him wherever he went when he went missing with that strange woman the
Yeah,
night before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
uh,
sure it's safe.
I'm sure that it's perfectly fine and there'll be no consequences to that happening.
you should have control now.
Okay, I'll check it in a minute. I stepped away.
Mhm.
I had a long night. I'm still waking up.
So, do you also bring your ghoul with you, Jessica, into this house?
He doesn't have anywhere to live, so yeah.
That is true. Yes, that is
So yeah.
indeed true.
That's the reason why I was breaking Alice. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I just
We
you just
can't just
became a
leave these people
vampire.
without a place to live, so
That is
You
true.
just became a vampire. Welcome to America.
You did technically kidnap these people out of their country, so yes, they literally have nothing to them right now.
it's
No,
fine.
no, I didn't kidnap anything. Okay.
Neither did I, technically.
Yes, as you enter, you'll see Alice kind of begin to wander around the home, trying not to disturb you, Brandon, or any of the other coterie members, as she's still trying to find her place in the group, and honestly, probably a little bit scared that you guys might turn on her any moment, considering what she did. And Tommy seems to just be kind of not not like a puppy dog or anything, but he is sticking close to Jessica, as you can tell that he is still quite afraid of this whole new world that he has been introduced to, and he seems to be the most comfortable around Jessica right now.
Um, I actually want to have a talk with Tommy. Uh, so Brandon's gonna go up and be like, "Hey, Jess, do you mind if I talk to Tommy?"
Oh, you don't need my permission. You need his.
Well, by
He's his own
extension.
person. He's a big boy. He can speak for himself. And she looks to Tommy.
He will give you a small smile and then look at you, Brandon, with, a very blank face looking at you. The person that may have sent his sister to her death. And he will kind of just think about it for a moment. And he will look to you, Jess, and again give you a little bit of a smile, and then kind of begin to walk into the other room before quickly looking back at you, Brendan.
I'm gonna follow him, and once we're in the other room, I'm gonna be like, "Look, I'm sorry about Amara. I left her behind because I was gonna try and use Alice to get her back. Hopefully, things go well with getting her back over here through the prince, but I was doing what I can to keep her alive."
I know that you say this, Brandon, right?
God.
Don't mind Jessica, she's just coughing. But I don't understand. If you wanted to save my sister, then why didn't you just take her?
because either way, neither one of these could have been left behind. Um, and I was hoping that perhaps if they don't immediately execute her, she could get some answers she's been looking for. We recently found out that her head hasn't been right because of some things she found out about our world. So I wanted her to get answers before she came with us.
Do you know what things?
We don't have the notes or anything with us, do we?
Nope.
I'm gonna do my best to explain like the stuff that was in her notes. Um, if as much as Brandon would potentially remember, and once he's explained that, I'll say that's the reason why her memory's been really bad, is because we have at least certain clans can do certain things. Like, I can make people forget, so can other venturers. And after so much of it, it causes adverse actions on the brain.
Oh. Great. So my sister's been a vampire plaything for a while now.
I wouldn't say plaything. I would say more of she was looking for answers. She would find them. She would forget them.
She's always been like that. Always the little detective, ever since she was... If you can get her back, I'll forgive anything you've done, and honestly, I'll owe you everything.
I think me and Jessica are both trying to get her back. Understand that she will be very angry with me if she does come back. And that's fine. I fully expect it. Know that she is one of mine, and even if she is angry with me, I will still do what I can to protect her if she comes back.
He will slowly put out his hand towards you. Not
I'm
saying
gonna
anything.
shake it.
Okay. He will start off with a kind of light handshake, but then go more firm, and then look you in the eye and just... Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, let us see if we can't get started on figuring out how to get her and where our group goes next. And as I say that, I'm gonna walk off and go find Alice.
Okay. While that was happening, was anyone else doing anything in the new house?
Jessica was watching Alice like a dog. Like, just to make
don't
sure that
touch
she doesn't. Don't touch that. Don't break that. Don't dare sniff that.
Ah,
I know that you're
off the sofa.
Yeah.
Off the sofa.
Yeah.
Okay. You can definitely see that she is trying her best to not piss anyone off, especially you, Jessica, as it seems the little time that she has known you, you are the one that quite literally can and probably would enjoy ripping off a person's head. As she saw what you did in the underground place in London, or in the UK, sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's definitely most afraid of you out of everyone here.
Good.
But
So,
with that, yep.
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Adjusting to life in America well?
I haven't been here that much. I came here when I was a child, to the Disneyland, but I don't really remember much. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Chicago's one of them places where you think that it's a lot smaller than you actually get here, and it's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, you have nothing to be afraid of. You're one of my coterie mates' kids. More or less. I'm the least of your worries.
Um, it wasn't really that I was afraid of from you. It was your husband, your boyfriend, I believe his sister was involved.
Yeah.
I understand that I was chosen over her. But honestly, I don't really know what to do with myself now that I'm here.
This life not everything you imagine it'd be.
It seems colder than I thought it would be. And harder. We thought it was going to be like freedom, real freedom, go wherever we wanted, do whatever we wanted, but yes.
Oh, that's precious. No, here in this world, it is survive or be killed. Politics are worse, and then you have to deal with the real life politics too. Real world, more technically a myth. Everybody sucks. Everybody's violent. There's territory wars. There's sex. There's so much. But it's what you decide to do about it that matters. So you can either sit here like a scared dog and run in a corner and hide whenever things get rough, or you can deal with it and live and adapt. This world can be as freeing as you want it to be. We got gifts that everyday people don't even think about. But there's always going to be somebody smarter, faster, stronger, more charismatic, whatever it may be. If you think you got something mastered, there's somebody that knows more than you, probably no more than 100 feet away. So,
If you don't mind me asking, Jessica, what is your favorite thing about being what you are?
you want the truth?
Yes.
I fucking hate it.
All of it?
All of it.
Oh.
Imagine. You don't even have to imagine it because it literally happened to you. Mortals. Yeah, so I loved being out in the sun. I miss being able to fully eat something and not throw it up at the end of the night. I have it better than most people. I can still at least digest food a little bit. well, not fully digested, but I can eat it without feeling the dread that comes with it. I can still get its flavor. You lose that. You lose that for a while. You lose the ability to really feel any type of normalcy in your life. Constantly wondering if somebody's going to stab you in the back while you're looking away, or somebody's gonna call a blood hunt on you. Those things exist. Don't mess up too bad. If I had to say, the only thing I really like about it is at least I looked good when I died. Because you keep this body forever.
Well, if that's the case, then why go on? If you hate it.
Because I hate what I am. I don't hate the people around me. I keep going for them. I got people who need me alive. And I got people who want me alive. Alive. Up. Sometimes you just gotta do things to put the other people who suffer's mind at ease.
She will look over at you, Nathaniel, and kind of, you can see that she's a little bit emotional right now, but she'll just say to you, "What about you, Nathaniel? Do you have anything that you like about being what you are?"
I think like might be a bit of a strong word.
I see.
With the way how I ended up here, let's just say I was prepared to die 10 years ago. So I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Maybe I'll never find something that I'll find worthwhile doing. But it's all I can do for now.
Oh, well, that is very depressing. um,
That doesn't mean that you don't have your good days. There are times where you can feel on top of the world. But every up has its down. It's just the down times that sometimes stick with us the longest, because what's a good moment when you can sit and loathe about a bad one for a little while? Sometimes it's those moments that make you feel most alive. This last week has been shit. But there'll be a good moment with it. I know. It'll come eventually.
at that point, Brandon, you'll walk in the room and you will see this conversation happening with what looks to be Alice. What looks to be a thin line of red kind of forming around her eyes as she is fighting back tears as her dream is being shattered. But she looks also very appreciative that she is just being talked to.
I'm gonna look at her and say, "What's wrong with you?"
Nothing. Me and Jessica and Nathaniel were just having a chat about my new existence.
Brandon's gonna go sit down on the like. Are we in the living room right now, or where are we?
You would be in the downstairs, the basement living room.
Okay. I'm going to go sit down on the closest like couch and lean back, and Brandon's gonna put his hands behind his head and be like, "Yeah, not as peachy as you thought it would be, huh?"
No, I would. Honestly, I thought, it'd be a lot more Dracula and less Blade than it actually is.
Well, welcome to your new world.
Mhm.
Though it may suck now, you got all the time in the world as long as you don't mess up. Find something to do with it. Find something that'll drive you. Don't waste this new life that you've been, well, new unlife that you have taken. It's gonna suck at times. That's when you have to bare your teeth and just go with it.
Well, I guess the only other question I have about all of this is, will I ever not feel hungry? Because I have been feeling hungry ever since.
There's one way you can feel not hungry, but
And as soon as Jess says that, I immediately stand up and say, and that will never happen unless it is reasonable. Jess had her reasons.
What?
yeah.
What is it?
The only way
Nothing.
you'll ever feel full is by killing him. Killing. Your beast craves that last heartbeat more than anything, and it will tell you to drain. But you need to have the strength to tell it no. Because if you feed in, unless you're feeling very confident about the reason that you killed them, that sometimes fucks with who you are as a person. And it starts to eat at your humanity. So just be careful.
Right.
Don't take more than you need.
I will keep that in mind.
Um, you said we discovered her blood type, right?
You did. She is. Her flavor is intellectuals,
Gotcha.
which, being next to a university, pretty damn good.
It's, uh, I'm gonna actually look at Jessica and Nathan and say, by the way, we should probably show face at the university.
Yeah.
Perhaps get all of the maybe convince the dean to put us on as staff members, higher up staff members. And I wink at Jess when I say that.
Alright.
Just so you know. if we have to go around the school, there's no suspicion as to why we're there.
You realize that I'm a student at the school, right?
Brandon's gonna like cock his head back. No, you're in school.
Yeah. And she's just gonna take out her student ID and hand it to him. I mean, I'm in school. I'm not a complete like, you know,
Out of
me.
curiosity, did Jess ever explain what her line of work was to the coterie? I don't
Nope.
remember. Okay.
Nope, she has not.
I was about to say, Brandon was about to start chuckling super hard, and so, um, well then,
Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, well then,
From
So you guys can get in as staff members. I'm a student. So, musical theater, but still student.
behind you, you will hear Tommy say, while kind of grabbing a hold of your hips. Oh. So not a professor. Shame.
Hmm. Oh boy. All right. And she'll just reach back and just like scratch his head. We do need to come up with a bit of a plan, and kind of.
hey Tommy, you like sports?
Oh god.
Say that again.
I said, hey Tommy, do you like sports?
He will look at you and kind of think about it for a second. You're not sure what, but then almost like gesturing to his body, like, yeah.
Well, Jess, how about Tommy becomes a student of the school, joins the sports team? He is, after all, the only one of us who can stay active during the daytime. He could keep an ear out for us during the day.
That could be nice. Feel like going back to school?
um, well,
We can be study buddies.
yeah. If it means we can spend more time together, yeah. Without Hector, of course.
Mm. Don't worry, I don't think Hector will be going back to college anytime soon. But yeah.
Oh well, he isn't as intellectual as me and you.
Yeah.
He will
Intellectual.
he will have a very big smile on his face after saying that. And at that moment, you will all hear coming from upstairs.
I'm going to look at everyone. Like, does anyone want to get it?
I can.
And when Nathan says that, I say, I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out the C4 and throw it to Nathan and be like, tuck this away. If there's any problems, just holler.
All right.
Uh,
Yes, he did just throw a bomb at you.
uh,
You do know that I have no idea how to, you know, use this.
I'm gonna hold up the clacker and be like, "You don't need to."
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And he goes upstairs.
Brandon, don't burn down our property. We just got it.
Yeah, and the last thing we need is more humans fucking with us. And I'm like, when I say that, I'm gonna give like a side eye kind of like grit to Alice.
She will smile, but in that way, like, haha, don't hurt me. That type of smile. So, Nathaniel, as you run upstairs and answer the door, you will see three figures standing outside. The first one you notice immediately, as you see Sexy Brett, the harpy, and two other individuals that you do not know standing behind him. And as soon as he sees you, he'll just go into a big smile. Ah, Nathaniel, good to see you. You going to invite me in?
Sure. Good to see you too, Brad. What brings you here?
Oh, just a bit of business. The prince sent me.
Oh, of course, come in.
And he will walk in with his two acquaintances, and he will quickly look around the building. Oh, it's very quaint. It's very quaint. How are you finding it? Nathaniel?
Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah, it's quite spacious. Do you need me to get the other coterie members?
Oh, don't bother them. Just lead the way, and we'll accompany you.
Yeah, Nathaniel brings them down to where the others are.
Okay. A moment later, the rest of you will see Nathaniel leading a small group of people. All of you recognize Brett, and as he gets down, he will look at you, Jessica, and give a big smile, and then look at your ghoul, your new ghoul, and he'll give it even bigger smile. Now, will the two new players like to drag on their tokens? Anywhere around here.
So as I see Brett walk up, I'm gonna say, "Ah, Brett, it's just you." I was worried, and I'm
Just
like,
me? What do you mean, just me?
"Oh, paranoia, shit that happened in the UK." And like as I'm talking, I'm gonna walk up to the bar and like pull the clacker out and set the clacker to the C4 on the table and be like, "Nah, you're good to put it back on the bar, Nathan."
He's gonna put it back.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Will the new players please put their tokens on the map? Weird and have you put the?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Weird's the other player? What?
Yeah, weird is the other player.
So where is this token? I tried to drag the image on. It's not doing it like it does normally.
You gotta. Oh,
Let me check.
Normally I can just grab the image, pull it out, and it drops it in there.
You
I
gotta
usually
you've
just
got
click
to
on the
grab
name.
the name.
Yeah,
Try it now.
hold
Grab
hold
the
and drag
name
the
and
name
drag.
out. You should pull the name bar out, and then wherever you place the name bar, the center of the name bar will be where your token goes.
Is it working?
Negative.
Huh.
or I'm doing it wrong. One of the two.
Click on the name, hold down, then drag and drop onto the anywhere on the board.
Say again.
Click on the name, hold down, do not let go, drag and drop onto the board, onto the images.
No, I'm getting it's like a white bar with the picture and the name,
Yeah.
and it goes on there, and then when I let it go, it disappears.
Huh. Can you control this token here?
I got it. Okay, it's there.
Strange. But yes, you will see these two people standing next to Brett. Both of them what did they see when they see your characters?
Well, you see Nathan and Brandon taking. Are you talking about like physical description?
Yeah. I meant the new players. Describe what they the coterie sees as you walk down the stairs with Brett.
Sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, Harley.
Go ahead, boss.
So Thierry is just under 6 feet, though he's breaking it, and that's probably due to the 5-inch heels he has on. He has rich brown skin. He's rail thin, like there's no musculature on him at all, and that's very obvious as he's wearing skin tight clothing, tight cotton pants, a white shirt. He has a head wrapped around his hair. There seems to be chopsticks jammed through, holding it together. Big hoop earrings and a face with perfectly applied makeup. He looks healthy, and he also appears to be breathing.
Okay. Next.
He's also dragging a giant tote bag with him, and seems to be struggling with what looks like a traveling case.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll just go through the base here. 5'5", medium build, modern clothing. Has a long chain with a long silver chain with a silver Byzantine cross on it, and the upper portion of her left ear is missing.
As you all get down to the basement level, Brett will kind of wander around looking at your new home, and you can clearly see he's not really impressed. Being the child of the quite literal keeper of Elysium, he is used to much grander things than this, and he's not trying to hide it. But he will kind of wander over to each of you and give you a smile and shake your hand. And then he will take out what looks to be a satchel and start removing pieces of paper, quite a bit. And he will kind of just begin to speak to the group. Well, we have a little bit of work to be done before this grand palace can truly be yours. You'll have to sign. One of you will have to sign. I don't care who. And he'll just take out a pen and begin to wave it in front of all of you.
I take it.
I'm going to like try to stop Jessica real quick, and I'm gonna want to read the paper before we just sign it.
Okay. It looks to be the deed to the home, and basically moving the ownership of this property to someone else.
There's no like side like fine print on this.
No, it is not. You're not signing away your soul. Don't worry.
We
Nah,
already
we
did that when we
long
joined
ago.
the Cambrilla.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Sorry, I'll let Jessica continue.
Okay. He hands over the pen to you, Jessica.
Yeah. All right, and she'll just go ahead and sign it.
Okay. He gives you another few pieces of paper to sign and make sure it's all legal. And then, as you're signing, he will say, "Ah, where are my manners? Please, let me introduce you. These are, you could say, guests that you will be very acquainted with shortly. As the prince has heard news of poor Todd, we of course are looking for him, and well, as you know, he seemed to have gone missing after his grand party, which I fully, extremely enjoyed. And, well, the prince didn't want you to go without. So he, uh, he worked day and, well, maybe not day, but night to find you some good, honest kindred who would fit in well with all of you. Right? And he will look at the both of you.
Thierry is currently spraying his face with the setting powder, freezes, glances away from Miss Mira. Right.
Mm.
I'll provide my best toothy smile.
You see, you're practically already a coterie. But yes, these two will be. Well, the prince would like you to heavily consider them to joining your little group. Heavily. Huh. So,
As he's mentioned the prince, Brandon's just gonna lean on the counter and just kind of like, ooh, that motherfucker in his mind. Like, that's the kind of like facial expression he's giving.
at this point, after you do that, Alice will kind of walk forward towards Brett and ask in a very timid voice, does, am I a part of this coterie? And Brett will immediately smile at her and just say, "Oh no, sweetheart, you're just a pet. At least for now." Right, Brandon?
As much of a pet as we are to the Camarilla.
I like that one. Jessica, he will give you another piece of paper to sign. You sign it?
I read through it first.
It's still on board. Still just, the bearer of this property will blah, 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 pay you this, and that. And you can tell that the price of this place, just maintaining it and taxes and things like that, it's pretty expensive. Yeah, you sign.
Yeah.
You sign away, and he will quickly kind of take the paper. Oh, and that is that. Well, I've got to admit, I didn't think you'd take this place on. Uh, although it does make sense that the prince would want to gift this place, as it would seem in your new territory that a rapscallion of unknown origin has been feeding, it would seem, in your territory, or at least what is now your territory. So, I guess you should get on that. Well, who knows why the prince does, all the things he does.
Yeah. Truly one of the biggest wonders in the city, isn't it? Well, it has been a pleasure, Brett. I'm sure you have other business that you need to take care of.
Oh, do you want me to go so soon? I thought you were going to introduce me to your very handsome new friend. And he will get very close to Tommy.
Of course. This is Tommy, my
Your.
s- special friend.
Oh, I know that. I have many special friends. In fact, Jessica, I hope you would become my special friend one day. Tommy will immediately take a step forward towards Brett.
Yeah, it's okay. And she's just gonna pull him back.
Ooh. Ooh. I may have to borrow your special friend.
You'll have to ask Hector permission first.
Mm.
Hmm.
Spoil sport.
I know.
Very well. I will leave you all to become friends and family and get back to searching for our long lost Todd. Oh, I do worry for him. I must go. I must be away. This is the part where you say goodbye, Brett.
Goodbye, Brett.
Have a good evening.
Mm.
She says
Wait.
with her toothiest grin.
Was that Brett actually saying that in character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brandon chuckled. But that's all Brandon's response was. He just chuckled. I'm
It
sure
was a
we'll be
pleasure.
seeing
It was
you
a pleasure to have
around.
spent the time we did with you.
Of course it was. Well, don't break these two. It's getting harder to find good people. And he
No
will begin
promises.
to-
Tia
And-
returns to watch Brett leave.
and he will notice that and flash you his ass so you can get a good look as he walks up the stairs.
Mm, 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 mm. That man is gifted.
So,
Well,
I wonder how he got to be Harpy.
look
Oh.
at you. A house full of beautiful menses, lovely women. TT starts sashaying forward, deliberately walking under the tile so he gets the click of his heels. I'm TT. Who's you? One by one, please. He leans towards Tommy, though.
oh, I'm hi. I'm Tommy. Nice to meet you, sir.
Brandon's gonna jump on the counter and start laughing uncontrollably.
Mm. You's a
Welcome to
fine
America,
specimen.
Tommy.
I like your shoes.
Thank you. He flips his head wrap over his head, his shoulder, as if it were hair. I've made them myself. I'm very good with my hands.
Oof.
He will, like a puppy dog, look at Jessica.
And she'll just put her hand on his shoulder. It's all right. Don't worry. And then she'll turn to how do you pronounce your character's name?
He introduced himself as TT.
TT. Okay. She's gonna look at TT and just give a bright smile. It's a pleasure to meet you, TT. I'm Jessica, and Tommy over here he's one of my ghouls. I hope he doesn't cause too many problems.
I have absolutely no
Hey, Leah.
complaints, girl. Good job.
I know
Hey,
how to
Leah.
pick them.
Suppose I keep my hands off, but I'm gonna look all day, every day.
Hey, as long as he's fine with it, and everybody's cool.
Who's Go ahead.
I'm Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Wait, what do you mean one of your ghouls? And he'll look at you, Jessica.
You see,
You have a
Hector,
you know
Hector.
varying taste on varying days.
Well, no. No, you see, though Hector is my sire, I sometimes treat him like my ghoul.
Huh.
You were sired by a ghoul.
It's
On point.
not some. No, I didn't get sired by a ghoul. My sire, it's I'm not gonna get into it. Actually, not in a public setting, but
Let me translate. Baby girl got skills. Put it on.
I think you broke Jessica.
Jessica, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. And I like look at Jessica and I like flash my phone a little bit. I'm like, yeah.
Ooh, who's you? Look at you, all tall, dark, and handsome in the corner, all stoic and solid and shit. He sashays double time over to Brandon.
I'm
Use
going
attach.
to. No, I have no attachments in this world, and I will not make any. My name's Brandon. It's good to
Alice
meet you.
looks very hurt after you say that.
He extends
Alice,
his hand down.
down where? Like to my like trying to shake my hand or?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not rotated. It's like you may take my hand.
Okay. I'm going to take it like you would, uh, not like manly or anything, just like gentle, I guess, and kind of like give it one shake. And as I shake it, I'm looking at Alice. I'm like, Alice, that's one thing you need to learn in this world is you very hard pressed to find attachments that actually hang around. You'll
Uh,
go ahead.
I just noticed that his hand is warm.
I'm gonna ask him, what are you?
He raises a hand to his chest. Brandon. Only on the first date.
Brandon's gonna like side eye because Brandon's genuinely curious. He doesn't know if this is like out of character. He doesn't know if it's Bletch of Life or what's going on. So he's very curious.
You can make a this would be a intelligence occult.
Even if I don't have any, oh, I have one dot in occult.
You always get at least one shot, so you always get one die no matter what you attempt.
Okay. Bye.
Free. I mean, you were very scared that the male that forcibly sired himself from you was one of these. Some people see that they are both the same, a caitiff and a thinblood. But touching him, seeing that he's breathing and not trying to hide it, you are getting those types of feels from him.
I'm gonna like just smirk because Brandon's not trying to be rude and say, very well. But back to what I was saying, Alice. Don't plan on attachments being a thing. Depending on your past, some people may be very cold-shouldered to forming attachments. And Brandon's gonna like, when Brandon says this, he's gonna get like a very sentimental like urge and just walk off.
Okay. Alice will look at you, TT, and kind of just hold out her hand and say, um, hello, Mr. TT?
Hello, darling. Look at you. That hair. That can't be natural. What bottle is that? Aluminum. Is that one of mine? It looks like one of mine. Who touched you up?
I, no, this is just my hair color.
No, really?
Um, yes.
Fabulous, darling. I couldn't do it better myself. But maybe I'll try.
Are you, a hairdresser?
Honey child, I am the hairdresser, cosmetologist, makeup artist extraordinaire, child. I do it all, and I do it good.
Oh, well, maybe you could do my hair, if you're staying, and she will
I
kind
would
of,
love to.
she will look past you looking for, Jonathan, and just kind of look a little bit again down in the dumps, but then kind of backs up into the corner and just goes quiet.
Who's Jonathan?
Yeah.
Sorry, not Jonathan, Brandon.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Baby girl, why so down? It's a fantastic night. You are alive, kind of.
I was alive of about a week ago. This is new for me.
Oh, precious thing. It's I, TT, will hang out with you. We'll do our nails, our hair, watch runway. It'd be fantastic. You'll see. Give it a couple decades. It'd be fine.
And who is your friend here?
Huh?
She will look at the woman behind you that you just met tonight.
Oh, hello. How is everyone?
Well, as well as I can be these days.
That's a starting point. Oh, how rude of me. My name's Alia. I'm, as Brett said, I'm here to join the coterie, and the rumors about you have been made this all that more exciting. Apparently, you went overseas and did all this kind of special stuff for the prince, and sounds very exciting.
I love that bob cut.
Isn't it? They were like the rumors at Elysium. They were all over the place. The rumors about them. What's all your names? What's your names?
Why
Well,
don't you start us off, Nathaniel?
Nathaniel?
He refuses to talk. Nathaniel, you there?
It's a union thing.
Oh, he's
Nathan's
having
on
mic
strike.
problems.
Oh. I like Nathan's on strike. That's better.
We'll
Yeah,
get it. We'll get a big giant rat, inflate it somewhere, and then we'll call it a day.
Nathaniel will do his ninja thing and somehow make you think that Jessica should go first.
I'm Jessica. Bruja, and this is my ghoul Tommy.
The clan that is never dull. I love Bruja. Good to have one around.
Wait,
Oh, it's a party.
does this mean that ghouls are their own clan as well?
Ghouls are ghouls. They're special in their own unique way.
Yep. See, you have all of the benefits of still being a human, except you stop aging. And I gave you a gift I don't know what that gift is. So you remember how I can like run really fast and like jump really high, and once in a while I look slightly more adorable than usual?
You'll smile at that. Yeah.
You get one of those gifts.
I've got a superpower?
Yeah, you got a superpower. I just don't know what I gave you.
And don't worry. Don't worry. You just keep up with the shots. It'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, shots?
Once a month, you got a drink from me.
Oh, that again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as long as you get a little sip once a month, you get to keep. You get the best of both. You just favor me a little bit more than the others.
I'm pretty sure I did that before I drank your blood.
Don't you
I
worry,
know.
my child. I was a ghoul for 50 years. Perfectly fine.
His mouth will drop and his eyes will widen at that. Just the thought of 50 years of being a ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, some of us.
I'm gonna turn and sorry, my brain, and look at TT and go, "You don't know Francosis, do you?"
He pats his head. It don't sound familiar. Should I?
I don't know. You just remind me of him.
Thank you.
Yes, it is a compliment. He's a very stylish gentleman.
You're so sweet. Tommy, right? TT can help you out. I'm well read. We can figure out your thing in a couple hours, maybe less, maybe more. I don't know.
Yeah. He'll kind of look at Nathaniel, and kind of get your attention, Nathaniel, and kind of look you in the eyes and just say, "Jump." Do you do anything?
He's he's just gonna look very confused.
And he will look like his vein on his temple will begin to like bulge and just almost like he begins to squeeze.
Are you okay?
Ghoul. Yeah, ghoul.
No.
Whatever it is she gave you, it's probably not going to work on us. So you might want to try with other people.
What were you trying to do?
I don't know. I saw Todd and Brandon. They were able to do some like weird things with like looking at people, and I thought, I don't know, that sounded cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, is because you aren't like a full kindred, it most likely won't. If you have the power to attempt to like dominate somebody, it's not going to work on us. Like they said, try it on a human if you want to figure that out. But you also could just be slightly faster, or you yourself will probably be able to like either jump higher or punch harder.
And if you're very, very bold, you can jump off a building to see if you can survive it.
Ooh, I
Please
think
don't
I'll
do that.
leave that one till last.
Yeah.
And you watch a little bit of excitement, and you'll just kind of wander into the main living room area and begin to looks to pick up one of the metal chairs and try and bend it. And no, not really working.
Okay.
Yeah, precious thing.
He really, yeah, he really is. We have to
who's
work
you?
on getting him citizenship.
Grease some wheels. Some palms. Figure it out. It's fine. Or if you want to.
So introductions out of the way. So what exciting stuff do you guys have on the on the boil?
Nothing really right now. We're kind of just playing the waiting game. Oh, we might have somebody who's trying to feed on our territory, which we just got 15 minutes ago. So,
Exciting. What is our What is our domain anyway?
believe it's a block.
Just this block is our domain?
From what you know and what you've been told, it is 3 blocks that surround or is near the university. Mostly students live here, student accommodations, a few frat houses, that type of thing.
Okay. All right. So 3 blocks. College party town, city. We got a few frat houses, a lot of college kids, maybe some professors if you're into that. But yeah, we got somebody who's trying to feed on our territory without our permission, which he now just 15 minutes ago found out he probably has to get. And we gotta stop it.
Do you
Where's
have any
Brandon?
information about it?
Nope.
When, where, how, anything like that?
We just found out, 15 minutes ago? So,
Are you asking in character where Brandon is or out of character?
Oh, in character.
Oh.
I mean, you can shout him.
Yeah, but it would just really extend the effort to raise her voice.
Find Brandon of all people.
I
Just-
guess we should get everybody down here. And then
Just like, I hope Brandon didn't get eaten by wolves, you know.
yeah, it'd be a real shame if he had to ride on the roof of a car.
Sorry, I broke that.
So she'll just call out for him.
No response.
So which one of us wants to deal with him tonight?
I can
Deal
do
with
it if
him-
nobody else wants.
Deal with him tonight? Is there like a special thing with them, like a little touched in the head?
He's a Van True. And that's yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get looking on possible hunting people. And y'all can do the interpersonal things and shit, and I'ma just CCTV this place up.
At this point, you hear what sounds like a breaking noise coming from the living room, as it seems that trying to find out what type of power he has broken a vase. And he'll just look over at everyone.
All right.
Could you go get your ghoul?
Yeah. Tommy.
Sorry, I was just sorry.
Hey Alice, you wanna help me look for Brandon?
Yeah, I can do that. Although I don't know if he wants to see me right now. Yeah. And she will kind of let you lead the way, Nathaniel.
Now if I were Ventru trying to not get found, where would I go?
A poor person's house.
Right. The local what's it called? The soup kitchen.
Yeah. But yeah, where do you go from the downstairs to look for him?
I guess upstairs since he didn't react to Jessica screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Just for ease of game, my token is correct on the map.
Mm-hmm. So as you head upstairs, would you have left the front door open, Brandon?
Probably like cracked a hair, just in case like anything serious happened and I needed to get back in without
Okay.
dealing with it.
In that case, outside you see that the door is slightly open, and you can probably guess where he is from there. Let me grab these. Go there.
Uh,
What do you do?
Hey, Brandon, are you good?
so Brandon's like on that little like railing. He's got his back kind of leaned up and he's like looking at the sky and he's stretched out, with his feet crossed. Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. What's wrong? Did I miss something?
Not exactly. You did hear Brad tell us about the vampire that's hunting on our territory. We were just about to start discussing how we're going to tackle that problem. You wanna talk about what's going on before that, or
It's past life, human concerns, nothing to be worried with. And like Brandon will sluggishly get off the rail and say, "Let's go."
And where do you go?
He's following Nathan.
Where do you go, Nathan?
I guess back where everyone was before.
Okay. You come back downstairs to see TT now looking over the house. It looks like Ali and Jessica are kind of, I don't know, not scolding Tommy, but looking disapproving at him. Bad ghoul.
I'm gonna go grab my C4 and clacker off the bar. Put it in my cargo pocket. I probably shouldn't leave that in around.
Can I have Jessica make me a wits awareness?
Yes. Sure.
Ooh. Okay. Carry on.
Okay. So, you doing all right?
His hands are in his pocket and he's just going to shrug. Yeah, I'm fine. What do we need to talk about? What's going on? And as he says this, he's gonna send a text message to Harry, be like, "Hey, just check up on him, make sure everything's all right."
Okay.
We have somebody who's been feeding on our territory. That, again, we only got like 30 minutes ago, or something like that.
Well,
And now we gotta take care of it.
we need to show that we run this area and that we are not to be stepped on.
Brandon, could you make me a intelligence politics roll?
I will try.
Okay. 3 successes. You can clearly see that the prince, by giving you this territory, it is not just a gift, but also a way for clearly him and his sheriff not to have to deal with whatever this problem is. And you can see that he has probably, in the venture way, killed 2 birds with 1 stone by giving it to you. That being said, you actually dealing with the problem, that's up to you. Allowing a kindred without permission to feed on your grounds is disrespectful, and it's something that people do to stop in order to save face and, you know, be kings of their own little castle. But
Yeah,
do you need
it's
to
something.
stop it? It's up to you.
So yeah, Brandon's gonna say, like, he's not gonna mention anything about the prince, like, because he doesn't want to, especially with what he found out about the inner circle and everything. He's not gonna mention nothing about the prince. He's got his own plans for that, but he will be very, like, he'll lean on the counter and be like, yeah, we need to fix this so others don't think they can do the same in our domain.
So, do we have any idea where or when they're doing it?
Purple.
What did you say?
Purple.
Purple.
What does purple mean?
Exactly what it means. Leads to more questions and answers, which we have none of.
Well, so we don't have any information as far as where or when they're doing it then.
Alia, could you make me a wits awareness?
No, we just got here. In fact, tonight was our first night here. I'm gonna look at, is Weird still downstairs? Is
Yeah,
TT still downstairs?
Wait, hang on. Alia, hello?
I got you. I'm just trying to find the buttons.
Oh, okay. Hang on, I'll help you. You can double click.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
First roll, and it's a crit. Okay. You can see where Brett, the harpy, was sitting. There seems to be a closed folder left on his seat behind.
I will casually stroll, pick it up, and open it up and start looking at it. Its contents.
You see on the kind of inner side of this folder looks to be a big smiley face, kind of painted on with what looks to be lipstick, and on the inside you see 2 pieces of paper, and it seems to be seems like eyewitness reports, and also basically reports of the different attacks and events that have been happening.
All right, I'll hand them to our local assigned Ventru and say, here you go. This might help.
Before I open the folder, I'm gonna look at Aaliyah and TT, and very sternly, I'm gonna say, "What is your connection to the prince, and what are your views on him?"
He is the prince. Therefore, we must do what the prince says in his domain.
Cece looks up from the computer, which he's been on for about the last 5 minutes, and stares at Brandon with an incredulous expression. Honey child, I was voluntold to come here. So I took my fine ass, walked all the way down to my car, drove over here immediately, and now I'm here. I'm sure you can imagine why I wouldn't ask questions.
I'm going to walk over to Jess and whisper in her ear, um, and I'm gonna say, "Jess, I'm sure we both have the same viewpoint on Mighty Prince Jackson. I wouldn't discuss our opinions too loudly in front of these two until we can get their honest opinions on them." And as I finish saying that, I'm gonna open the folder.
It tells you that there has been up to date 4 attacks. Each of the attacks, the victims have been left alive. And it goes on to speak more in kindred terms, that their memories have not been taken, or even their lives as well, which is more disturbing. The masquerade is being breached openly, leaving people alive and, well, their memories intact is a big problem. These attacks seem to be all around your area. Some have been just outside into the more university campus area. It also has 2 residences, 2 addresses of the people that were attacked. And
So, upon seeing the fact that their memories aren't wiped, and Brandon realizing how big of a masquerade breach this is, Brandon's gonna like slam the folder shut on the bar and very angrily like fling it across the room. And he's gonna shout, "Son of a bitch!"
Which one? Which one's the Bruja here?
You wouldn't believe it, but it's me.
I think somebody lied to you.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I'm gonna take it as that I've been being a really good girl recently and holding my temper down, so thank you. I will grab the folder and take a look at it as well, just to see what made him freak out. See all of the obvious masquerade breaches, close it.
I'm gonna look
Brandon,
at
we're gonna have to fucking kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm gonna look at Jessica and be like, yeah, there's a fucking problem here," and that furthers my statement that I mentioned to you just a few seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem?
It seems as though there have been several masquerade breaches committed by this man. He's basically attacked them, not wiped their memories, and left them alive.
Is it a man?
Whoever it is blatantly exposing what we are.
In the pages, it would have said a brief description, as no one had seen this person's face. Skin color, white. He's a Caucasian male. Always wears what seems to be a baseball cap and long black hair that seems to stick to his skin. Dirtied, heavy jacket and jeans. And from what the people have said, the victims kind of looked like your everyday homeless person.
We're near a school, university, right?
Yep.
Let me run a search. Mhm.
TT, can you hack traffic cameras?
Give me some time.
Yeah, so I meant to ask that. Is there any like technological equipment here?
In this building that you were just given,
Yeah.
the most technology in this building right now is, the TV and the refrigerator. There is no computer here, as you know that the Camarilla do not particularly like technology, and it is something that is mostly frowned upon. Having a phone is a big stretch with the Camarilla.
TT's hacking traffic cameras.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking, TT, is if we can check the traffic cameras when the incidences occurred, maybe they went by a intersection, and then we could catch them coming and going.
Mm-hmm. Once we get pictures of whoever came and went in that time frame, we can cross-reference it with the reverse photo search of anyone matching the description and narrow down our options.
Well, once I can see their face, I think you can do that, and I think most of our problems will go away rather quickly.
Mm.
Do any of us have Brett's number?
I believe Jessica does, as he gave it to her.
Yep.
That reminds
Call.
me. Go ahead.
When Jess says yes, I'm gonna look at her, text Brett, get permission to execute whoever this is.
So I'm not going to text him that, but
Do we really need permission to execute somebody who's poaching on our territory?
You do. You
We
would know
do.
this by the only person who can give the go-ahead to kill another kindred is the prince himself. Even if a kindred is on your territory, even if a kindred is burning down your house on your territory, you are still not allowed to kill.
In his
You
city.
can maim. You can, you can maim. You can torture. You can beat up. But the actual true death is off limits. Only the prince can give the final word on that.
All right, we're just gonna have to
And-
make sure that whoever it is gets caught in the burning house.
You said his character doesn't know that?
No, he does know that. Everyone would know
Okay.
that, as it is, one of the biggest rules. When it comes to these types of situations, in fact, anyone who wishes and anyone who has dots in politics can make me a wits politics roll.
I got you. Maybe. You said which politics?
Yep. Another crit.
Nice.
Ooh. Juicy.
Okay. So, you would know with a 4 successes, you would know that in these types of situations, it is very common for someone to, whoever owns the territory, go out, find the person who is breaking the traditions, do whatever they want with them, except kill them, and then deliver them either to one of the hounds, the sheriff, or somehow present them to the prince. And it is common for people like that to get rewards and be looked more favorably by the sheriff or the prince. But yes, killing them and you deciding if they die, that is a big no-no. Especially if one of you were to try and diablerize them, that would probably mean death for you as well. So yeah, that would be something you definitely know.
What did my hacking roll get?
Yep, let me just bring that up. So you're looking around the university area.
Hmm.
Okay.
Um,
Now, hang on.
can I make
It's
a
gonna
check to see how he's hacking?
I have a computer.
his computer.
Okay.
Or are you trying to like see what he's exactly doing on the computer?
No, so knowing there's no technology, I just wanted to see if
Hmm.
Brandon noticed he pull out his own computer.
Oh yeah, it's obvious. Everyone can see it.
Okay.
But it'll take you a long while to kind of sift through this footage and try and find, you know, the right angles and things, and kind of going outwards in a spiral pattern with cameras. But after a good while, you do come across what looks to be someone in a baseball cap, heavy jacket, kind of shadowy face, and long black hair. And you only catch them once, just before this individual seems to leap into the river. And you kind of track him all the way there. And yeah, you don't manage to re-pick him up where he was, but you do get a look at him, and it seems like make a intelligence. Hmm, make a intelligence streetwise.
Okay. Add intelligence. Do, do, do.
Ooh,
I don't think
we
I have
don't
any
have those in this era.
abilities.
Two.
What don't we have?
TT said he pulls on a vape pen.
Mhm.
Cigarette
Um,
then.
Two. You can guess that this person doesn't live very close to the university. From where they're going, it looks like they are coming into the territory, and that's what you can figure out with the cameras.
There's a. I'm confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be 6 dice.
1, 2. It is 6,
It is
and there
it
is a
is
red
6
one.
dice. You have 5 normal and 1 hunger.
Yeah.
It's always 100.
Yeah,
It's
so
whatever hunger you are at.
yeah, whatever your hunger is how many of your normal black dice that will turn into red dice. So like if you were at 3 hunger, you'd have two of those. You'd only have 3 black dice and 3 red dice.
Mhm.
So yeah.
You want
All right.
as many black dice as possible because they can give you the best result. The more red dice you have, the more dangerous things can go very bad for you. Just keep that in mind.
Like messy crits and bestial
Mhm.
fails and stuff. And then on
And
top of that, you can't re-roll hunger dice with
Gotcha.
willpower.
and
All
that
right.
is all connected with your hunger, which you're at 1.
All right. So he'd isolate this footage. Well, we got something.
So
Uh,
maybe we should like keep recording those, or maybe set up something later where we can record those so we know what's going on, and then or flag it for like motion, and then maybe we should just go for a walk and see what our actually territory is.
so when TT says he's got something, I'm gonna walk over. And is where he's jumping in at out of our territory?
It doesn't. So the footage that I did find was already outside of your territory, and he saw basically footage of this individual walking away from your territory, um, going close to what would be the. Let me look at this. It would be near the river of Chicago, and then jumping in, and you can probably guess to probably lose anyone who is chasing him.
Well, there's another problem. Just not only do we have to ask permission to execute him, now we have to ask permission to get him if we have to go outside of our domain.
That's only if it's he lives in someone else's domain.
Yeah, but we don't know that, so that's
Mhm.
just Brandon like being precautious about it.
So
I,
just
I should
to
probably rephrase that. We need to give a heads up that we might have to go, like, we might have to get him outside of our area if we can't catch him in our area doing
We're
it.
going to do whatever we need to do because we can't afford to have a reputation for allowing poachers. Well, in any case, I'm going to go for a walk around the territory. If anybody wants to join me, you're welcome.
Uh,
That
I'm gonna
sounds
look
like
at
a good idea.
I'm gonna look at Alice and say, "Well, are you hungry, Alice?"
I'm actually starving.
We'll walk around the school, see what we can find over there. If anybody wants to join us by the school, probably sticking together wouldn't be the best option. And I'm gonna hold out my phone and say we should probably trade out numbers and split up.
Before you go, Cece brought presents. He pulls out 5 burner phones. He didn't know about Alice or the ghoul, so one for you, and one for you, and one for you. Numbers pre-programmed under numbers 1 through 5.
Thank you. Now I
Thank
can
you.
save mine for a rainy day.
I may
Alright.
nod and say appreciated.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime, lovelies. Oh, request. Uh, don't mess with the boxes in the freezers. They shouldn't explode, but they're delicate.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, nothing, honey. I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna go look at the boxes in the freezer.
Oh my god.
They're just boxes. They look like makeup.
I'm gonna like shake my head and just walk away from it. Well, maybe I'm not the only one with explosives.
Well, in any case, while you guys chat, I'm going to go for a walk. Enjoy.
TT actually goes with you.
Alice also quickly follows behind. And the
I'm
rest of you?
I'm going with Alice because me and her need to walk around the school so she can feed and
Reminds me.
And I've got a ghoul to train.
How to train your ghoul.
Is that going to be the next TV series? How to Train Your Ghoul? We can have the ghouls following you like ducklings, and you saying that you can do this, you can't do that. No.
So I'm just waiting for somebody to start with Igor jokes.
Oh my god. So, let me get this straight. Everyone except Tommy and Jessica are leaving to go patrol their domain.
Patrol and search for ways kindred would sneak in and out. Yes.
Okay. In that case, in fact, I'll go back and forward. So let's move everyone. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to supervise Alice when she's going to be feeding.
So, as you head out into the town and into the nearby university district, you will all begin to kind of Are you all sticking together or splitting up? That's a good question.
How about we stay? What I suggest is we stay within eye shot of each other, but not necessarily on top of each other.
Okay.
Just a suggestion. I'm open to feedback.
That's a solid
Well,
suggestion.
my recommendation is potentially pairs of 1 or 2. That way we can cover more ground in the little amount of time we have for the night.
Well, here's another question I didn't ask. These 4 attacks, what was the time frame in which the attacks occurred? Like from the first to the last?
all
roughly.
during night, obviously, and there is no, there is no set time. They all didn't happen at 12 o'clock at night.
What
or
I mean
anything
is, like, if it happened, did it happen between over 2 weeks? Did it happen over a week? Did it happen over 4
okay.
days? That type of time frame.
These attacks have been happening over the last week. 4 attacks in 1 week.
You said the victims' addresses were in the file, right?
Yep.
Or at least 2 addresses.
2 of them, yes.
Were they like students of the school or anything?
The 2 that you got the addresses for, then yes, they were.
Okay. Me and Alice are going to go, and this is to the group, me and Alice are going to go to one of the students' addresses because we also need to ensure they forget about what happened.
A noble task indeed. You do all the fun cleanup stuff, and we'll see if we can't cut off his access points or trip on him.
Brandon will nod at that and gesture for Alice to follow me to one of the addresses.
Okay.
Well, get in my car and then we'll drive over to one of the addresses.
So as you 2 break up, Nathaniel, are you going with them or are you sticking with the newbies?
He's gonna go with whoever will have him.
We require a $50 deposit, and you got to sign the insurance form and the waiver.
Honey child, we can talk about your last play. It was divine.
Your
Please, you should join us. We're much more fun.
All right. You know my place?
I'm a connoisseur of the arts. So yes, you're very talented.
Nathan's like, I got a fan!
Oh, thanks. I guess it's been a while since I've done anything big. We should probably focus on the task at hand, though.
Fine. But if you ever need help running lines, you can come to TT.
Okay. Then
Can you not reroll powers?
with willpower.
Yeah. Okay. I want to do that.
Okay. Do you know how to do it?
Nope.
Okay. Bring up your sheet.
Go power reroll.
Yes. And you want to hit 3. Ew. And
3.
That is a total fail. So you only get the 1 success still, and you cannot roll again with willpower.
Okay.
But as the 2 groups, or 3 groups now, all split up, we'll go with the new group, with Nathaniel. As you guys begin to walk down the streets, and you've got a bit of distance between each other, but you can still see each other in eye shot. And how long will you be doing this for?
We have to map the territory, so long enough to map the territory, I would think.
And Brandon and Alice are going to be trying to find as many of the victims to clear their memories.
Okay, in that case, you three make me wits awareness checks as you're kind of going through your territory, looking at what's actually in your territory and how many houses are there, looking for anyone who matches the description, as well as the roads into your territory and the pathways.
Sewer entrances, anything that a kindred might find convenient.
Okay.
Sure. That's three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Nathaniel, you got it?
Yeah, just a second.
That's a 2 and a 1. And a 1. Okay. As you're making your way through this territory and looking what you have now, nothing really seems to stand out. There are roads in, and you can see the different routes in and which would be the best routes to take out if you wanted to be unnoticed. And you, Alia, you probably see that the best way would be to go into the sewers. But you also know that the sewers are home to, just like in every city, the Nosferatu. And going down there is almost like going into their territory. Even though the sewers may run through your territory, you probably know that it is still the Nosferatu's home down there. And I'll say with a 2 and both of you with a 1, that's pretty much all you can really get from patrolling your territory for now.
That sounds brilliant.
But Alice and Brandon, do you go to the first address?
Yeah, whichever one would be closer to us.
Okay. You go to what seems to be a very small kind of housing estate, and this seems doesn't take you long to find the proper house number. A very small house. You know, very. You can definitely tell that a student lives here, as it is from the outside very disheveled, and the grass isn't being taken care of. And through the window, you can see what looks to be a young-ish woman on the inside watching TV.
Uh, and were these police reports, or what kind of reports were they?
There were not police reports, but they parts did read like police reports. You can probably guess that a kindred took police reports and then typed up their own with better kindred wording and retyped it for kindred to read.
So if Kindred's got a hold, like, handled the inquiries, did it mention if the Kindred wiped their memory or during
Nope.
the investigation, or?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and knock on the door.
Okay. You knock twice, and eventually the door opens to the young woman looking back at you, and she'll kind of just keep the door pretty close to being shut without opening all the way. Yeah. Hello.
Hi. We're here to talk to you about what happened to you the other night. You have a moment?
Um. Sorry. You a cop?
No. More like a private detective.
Have you got ID? I.
Uh, Yeah, so I'm gonna show her my ID, and I would imagine I'd have a permit to be able to do the work I do with Harry and whatnot.
Hmm.
So I'll
She
show that
will
too.
look over it for a second and then just hand it back. Yeah, come in.
I'm gonna gesture to Alice and say, and this is my friend, Leah. She is new to assisting me in my work. Is it okay for her to come in as well?
Yeah, sure. You're both welcome.
I'm gonna go in and look around, see if there's any like signs of like emotional distress. Like, is she cutting herself off or, trying like can you tell that if this has messed her up mentally?
Hmm. Make me a wits investigation. It is
Oof.
two
I'm
successes.
going to willpower reroll. Mm,
Three successes. Okay. Looking around the room, you see a empty box of tissues. You see a half-drunk bottle of wine, and in the bin in the corner, you see two more empty bottles of wine. You can also see that there is now a carving knife, slightly hidden under the sofa pillow in the front room where she was watching TV. And you can easily see that this woman is not dealing with what happened to her recently very well.
I'm gonna say, uh, well, ma'am, I would very much like to help you bring whoever attacked you to justice. Um, would you care to explain any of the details to me?
I already went over this with the cops. Although, fucking pigs, they don't really do much these days. Um, sure. Um, take a seat. And she will head over to the wine glass and just pick it up and take a big drink and then sit down on the sofa.
Uh, Sit down. Me and Alice are gonna sit on the other end. Is there like a second sofa that me and Alice can sit on?
There are chairs, like armchairs.
Yeah. Uh, I think me and Alice are gonna sit in the armchairs because I want to, you know, try and comfort her by keep giving her her space.
Okay. She just looks at you, waiting for a moment, and then. Sorry, I don't really know how to start this. I guess I was walking. I just finished my night class. It was around maybe 10. Um, and I heard someone call me from one of the alleys. He sounded like he was in pain. Um, Obviously, I'm not an idiot. I wasn't sure that maybe I should just phone the police or an ambulance, but then he started to cry out, and I thought that he might be really hurt. So I, like an idiot, did run in there, and that's when he grabbed me. He was wearing a baseball cap, and he had this very wet looking long black hair, and wearing, I don't know, I think he was a homeless guy. His clothes looked very dirty and ripped in places. And then all of a sudden, he just starts biting me. And I know, straight up Dracula style. And it hurts. And, but then, I don't know, I felt weird. I think he may have stuck me with a needle or something because I It was like being on drugs, but just like a little bit of time. Although a homeless guy with drugs, it's not that uncommon. Um, and then he dropped me, fell to the ground. I scratched my hand up, and she'll raise up her hand, showing you kind of like a bruised and slightly cut palm hand. And then he just ran.
As she was saying this, I'm like jotting down, you know, basically my version of it. Um, and I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say, uh, and where he attacked you. Do you mind if I check it out?
Yeah. She will stand up and show the neck area where what looks to have like a pad on it, and she will kind of peel it off, showing what looks to be a bite mark. And as you see it, she will also say, he also smelled really weird too, like really weird. Um, like
Uh, as she's saying this, I'm gonna look at Alice and I'm gonna say, Alice, do you mind getting a closer look at that? I know you have a little more medical training than me.
she will kind of just look at you and nod, and then slowly begin to walk towards her.
Um, if you don't mind me asking, did the ball cap have any symbols on it? Like any, was it, related to the school or any businesses?
Um, I think it was just a plain black one. No symbols, just completely black. And he smelled. Yeah, he smelled like yeast. Yeah,
Like cooking yeast or bakery yeast?
I don't know. He had that really yeast smell to him, and it was kind of gross, actually.
Uh, at this point, I'm gonna nod to Alice and hope Alice knows what to do.
She will approach from behind and kind of gently take her by the shoulder. And as she's kind of talking with you, Alice will look at you one more time before biting down into this girl's neck. And immediately there'll be a shocked look on the girl's face as she begins to kind of grab at Alice. And Alice will kind of grab her back. Do you do anything?
Uh, I'm gonna walk closer and try to keep her attention on me and say, ma'am, we're trying to fix the problem. Please allow us.
Her eyes will fixate on you, and the fighting back will begin to slow and then eventually stop as the bite, as you know, is almost like a drug itself.
Um, Once Alice is done, uh, I, and I'm gonna tell Alice if she didn't bite into the same spot to tell Alice to lick the other one as well. And as Alice is licking, I'm going to use Forgetful Mind.
Okay. She will bite in and she'll take 2. You can take that off her sheet. And she will lick the wound, and then, as you tell her to, she will lick the other wound. And you will quickly notice that the other wound from this strange vampire does not heal.
Oof.
But you do use Forgetful Mind, did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulation and dominate.
Got it?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Oof. I will go ahead and no.
Keep in mind,
Hopefully it
this is
works.
just a mortal.
Yeah.
And
That's
with
what
a
I was saying.
free,
No, that's. Oh, is that a 3? Okay, I was looking at the wrong roll. My
Mhm.
bad.
with a free, you will see she will just completely calm, and you are free to manipulate as much as you want.
Uh, I'm going to tell her that the memory is going to be she was walking home from school and a like normal homeless man uh basically had attacked her and that he used like how big are the holes? Like have they closed up any or are they still
They're
as
still
big
there.
as things?
But yeah, they're like the size of a tooth.
Okay. I'm going to say that somebody had attacked like she was attacked by like a nail and the man realized he didn't kill her immediately and ran off and the reason why it's infected is because of bacteria on the nail but in her state of hysteria she came up with a off the wall story that she believed until she was able to cope with it tonight.
Okay. The ultimate gaslighting. Lighting. After, do you also do anything about the memories that she has just gotten now?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that we were here to take her story um because the hysterical story didn't make sense to us so we wanted to give her some time to see if she came up with like if she was able to cope and tell us the truth of what happened and that we never the only thing we did was inspect the wounds and that was the conclusion we came up with.
Okay. After you stop focusing for a moment and Alice takes a step back, you will watch her kind of blink a few times and then look back up at you and just go into almost a little bit of a panic. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that. It's so stupid. Yeah, a nail. He was holding a nail, and I'm sorry. Maybe I've been watching too many movies. I'll. Could you maybe tell the police that I gave them the wrong report? Um. But yes, it was a nail.
I'm gonna like uh go ahead and tell Alice to comfort her and basically we're sorry this happened to you and we're sorry to have to make you think about it again. Uh, if you come up with any new ideas or any new information, or you hear anybody that has also been attacked, let me know, and I'll offer her my phone number. Yeah, sorry, I only did that because for some reason it's not changing, but I'm big dumb. I gotta change
Yeah,
it in
I'll
the
see.
health tracker.
Okay. Do you leave the girl there?
Uh, we'll sit for a few minutes, and after like 5 minutes, I'll say it's probably best if you go ahead and get some rest and try not to think about it too much.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to bed now. Anyway, but thank you for listening.
I'm gonna nod and say very, you're not a problem, and gesture for Alice to go ahead and walk out the door, and we'll basically just leave and as we leave the door, say, "Have a good night and stay safe."
You guys too, and thanks again. Uh, Let me know if you find anything.
We will. And me and Alice will walk to the car.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna move back with you, Jessica. As you and Tom are alone back at the house. What are you guys doing?
Do we have like I guess anywhere like in our close vicinity that's kind of like a field or something, somewhere where there's not like a whole lot of people?
No, not in the middle of the city where you are
Okay.
now. You have
Okay.
the back garden, which is quite big and it is completely fenced off.
Perfect. Because we're gonna try to see what he can do without destroying the inside of our house.
Okay, so X-Men training montage. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you make your way into the back garden, and he looks excited, but also trying not to be a complete nerd in front of you, trying to save face. And he'll just look at you and say, "So, what should I? I mean, what should I try? Should I try?
Well,
What, can I fly? Can you fly?
I can't fly, but I believe there are some who can do something to make them fly. I don't know much about those clans, but mine is we're very just well, we can fight and be either very endearing or the most terrifying thing you've ever laid your eyes on.
Okay, so
Mm.
should I don't know, punch a wall?
Maybe not a wall. Again, don't want to break the house that we just got. Um, especially since it's in my name now. Oh my god.
Yeah, congrats on that.
I was the only one that reached for the pen, really, except for Brandon. But then he let me have. Yeah. Um. So we can try. Punch me.
Sorry, what?
Punch me.
Jessica, I'm not gonna punch you.
I can take a punch. Trust me.
He will
Doesn't
walk.
have to be in the face. Can be on the body. Wherever.
He will slowly walk over to you, and on the side of the arm, he will tap you almost like a child would.
Okay. And then
Well,
she's gonna like go for a swing at him.
okay.
We're gonna test his reflexes.
Roll to hit.
Yeah.
Let's see how many teeth you knock out.
Believe it or not, my strength and brawl score is not high.
What kind of
Trust me.
brouhaha are you?
One that uses weapons, not my fist. I don't want to ruin my manicure. What the fuck, man? Yeah, no. I figured.
Okay, and
Yeah,
we'll roll to dodge for him.
it's not gonna take much. But he does, I believe, get a bonus?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you go to punch him, and he can see that you are fully trying, and there is this split second where time slows down, and to you, it seems like parts of him begin to blur, and he begins to see you in slow motion. As you go in for the right hook near the chest area, he will just take a step back and to the side and then keep going around until he's behind you. And in a split second, he is gone and you just hear him behind you. Oh,
Congratulations. You're slightly more dexterous.
well, that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel a little faster, and he'll kind of you'll watch him run from one side of the garden to the other, and it definitely looks like he's a lot faster. Ooh, I'm like the Flash.
See, and we didn't have to bring a single vase to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll pay for that. I promise.
Don't
I
worry
mean,
about it.
once I get a job and once I get papers and I'm not an illegal immigrant here.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. Until then, I can see if Hector can get you a job at one of his places.
I can't dance for shit.
Not as a dancer,
Oh, I was gonna say.
but like security
Yeah.
or as a bartender, something.
I used to work at the pub where we met. I used to work
Mhm.
there in my teen years, so yeah, I could do that.
It'd be under the table work, but to be fair, a lot of what
Although
we do is under the table work.
that would mean I would have to work for Hector. Huh.
He's not
Yeah.
gonna hurt you.
No, I can see that he cares about you and you care about me, which I'm very glad of. But I get the sense that he would do everything in his power to annoy the shit out of me. Mm. Although it could give me the opportunity to annoy the shit out of him too. Yeah.
Oh my god, you really do have Bruja's blood in you.
Well, he will get close to you and put his arms on your hips. Well, I guess that's all thanks to you. And he will begin to lean in for a kiss.
And she'll lean in and give him one.
And when the kiss breaks, he will look back at you and smile, a very cheeky smile, and say, "So who's a better kisser, me or him?"
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just asking. It's just a question. Can I not ask a question? And
Yeah. I guess you can. But I don't have to answer it. I plead the fifth.
I'm English.
don't
We
wanna-
don't have that. And he goes in for another kiss.
But you're in America now, so no. Listen, I like you both equally. You're a slightly better kisser than him, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't admit it.
And he will begin to walk behind you back into the house. I'm your favorite. And he will just saunter in.
Oh my god. I got a lot of work. Alright. She'll head back inside.
And from there, we will move back with the newbies. After you've spent a while kind of searching around, not really finding anything, you do see coming around the corner Brandon and Alice. Do you do anything?
wave.
Okay.
Hmm.
Brandon, you head over to them.
I'm sorry, what happened? I was talking my way.
Oh, so as you once you finish your business and went back to your territory, you run into the other group. You go over to them.
Uh, yeah. How much time would we have had after leaving the first one?
What until like sunrise?
Yeah.
Uh, you still had quite a bit of time. You would have had maybe 6 hours.
Okay, because I was gonna say, me and Alice would have probably head to at least the other address and try and wipe their memory too.
Yeah, that's where you're heading, and that's when you see them.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk over to the group. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, did y'all find anything out?
Nope. Wasted
Well,
time.
apparently the kindred smelled like yeast. That's the best description one of the victims would give me. Um, Also, Alice tried healing the wound and closing it, but it was infected in some manner, and even Alice trying to lick it didn't help.
Ew. A cold roll?
Yes, you can make a intelligence occult. 3. Okay. You know that the licking of the wound, it is something that the kindred who bites and soon after biting can do. Um, and I do say that yes, other kindred can quickly close wounds from other kindred, but it has to be done very kind of a certain time period after the bite has happened in order to close it. You cannot heal, you know, wounds, normal wounds with your saliva. It is only the bite. So it makes sense that another kindred trying, days after the incident happened couldn't heal the wound.
The yeast thing.
Say again?
The yeast thing.
Oh, the yeast things, you have no idea.
Oh.
Weird. The guy smells like yeast.
Well, that's just weird.
Yeah, maybe some sort of factory or something.
More warehouse.
Are
How
there
about
any like large bakery things where like you would just get that smell in Chicago or in this area?
Hmm. Large bakeries. Anyone who wishes, who is overhearing this conversation. So Nathaniel, TT, Leah, Alice, yeah, all of you. You can make me a wits streetwise.
Even me.
Yeah.
can I add my specialty to this?
What is your specialty?
Okay.
I'm gonna say Alice wouldn't be able to roll because she doesn't know anything about Chicago
Nope.
really.
Specialty is no.
Tommy apparently knows everything about Chicago already.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy rolled a 5.
Oh no, that was him dodging getting
Oh,
punched by Jessica.
okay, my thing's not rolling down then. That's what it is. New rolls come up and it stays at the other one.
Reload the page if you need to. But Alira, are you here? Oh, I think he went. Okay. Well, with a let's say a 2, Brandon, you know there are small, bakery shops that would handle yeast, all over the city, but it doesn't really seem like the place that, a kindred would hide out, especially not, call their haven.
Yeah. Um, Wherever this place is, we should probably see if we can't find it.
Do you continue to head to the next person's home?
Yeah, yeah, no. If I still have time, I'm gonna go try and investigate them and possibly get more info, and if not, at least, implant the same memory.
Okay. Do any of your group, Nathaniel, TT, do you want to join him or head back to the haven?
Where's he going again?
He's going to the second address of one of the attack victims.
Teacher will go back to the Haven. He has to start preparing stuff.
Okay. Nathaniel?
He's also going to go back to the Haven because it's probably not going to make any sense if there's like a third person there.
Okay. Aaliyah, are you back? No. Okay. In that case, I'll say that you guys head back to the Haven, leaving you two to kind of keep going. And it doesn't take you long, as it is all inside your territory, which is again only like 3 blocks. And you are quickly on the doorstep of what looks to be a much bigger home this time. You can see that there are a number of people on the inside and hear them. And it kind of sounds like there is maybe a movie playing in the background.
Any dialogue from the movie?
Yeah, you would probably easily be able to hear that it's one of the second Die Hard movie.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and knock on the door.
Okay. You wait and wait, and eventually the door opens to a kind of big man, kind of shoulder-length brown hair, and he will kind of take a little bit more of a defensive stance, as behind him stands another woman, and yeah, she looks also not doing well, but a little bit more so than the last one you talked with.
Okay, what about like physical features? Do they share physical features?
They do not. The woman that you talked with before was, white skin, brown eye. Sorry, yeah, brown eyes, blonde hair. While this one seems to be, dark, brown skin, brown eyes, and black hair.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hold up my the investigator permit and my ID, and keep in mind I'm using my backup identity from my merits, um, and I'm gonna present that, and I'm gonna say, "Hi, I'm here to follow up on the incident report."
He will look at the ID very closely and then kind of just nod. Yeah, mate. Why don't you come in?
I'm gonna again be like, and this is my partner Alice. She's, newly assigned. She's here to learn more about it. Is it okay if she comes in as well?
Yeah, that's fine. And he will kind of shake your hand as he says so, and then shake her hand.
uh, we're gonna go in. And how many people are in the house?
From what you can see, just two. What looks to be her boyfriend is here, which is, from what happened, not unusual.
Okay. I'm going to sit down, ask the woman if, we can sit down.
She won't say anything, but she'll just kind of gently nod.
Um, so if you don't mind, would you care to, you know, enlighten me on what exactly happened?
Um, well, it's just like the report I gave to the police. I was walking to class around, I think it was around 8 o'clock, and some guy shouted for help. I went to go see if he was okay, and then he kind of just jumped me, and he started biting. Um, the boyfriend at this point chimes in, sick bastard, and he kind of just held me for a while, and yeah, he then kind of just threw me down to the ground and ran away. He was wet, although it wasn't raining at the time. It was very wet, and I didn't really see his face. He had long black hair and a baseball cap with a hood, kind of like over top of it to keep it in place. He had dirtied white trainers. When he held me, I kind of pushed me down, and I remember seeing them. And he smelled weird as well. Like, I don't know, like wheat and yeast. Yeah, like that's the closest thing. Like wheat and yeast.
Okay. Were there any identifiers of what, any businesses or anything like that that you could have noticed?
It all happened really fast. I not really. He had also on his shoe. He had what looked to be like red dirt. No, like I don't know, like rust. Like on really old pieces of metal, you get that red kind of rust. He had that like on his shoes.
Okay. Um, so also, by the way, I forgot to do a rouse check earlier. I just thought about it. Do you want me to go ahead and
How
roll that now?
dare you? Yes, you can roll it now.
Sorry. Uh, okay, so I would have gone up in hunger. And at this point, I'm gonna look at the boyfriend and use mesmerize, um, and see if I can't get it, and basically be like, do you mind, if I have a bit of time alone with the victim, and I will, you know, let you know when we're done.
I'll give you guys some time. And he will stand and walk out the room. And it looks like she goes to grab his arm, but then kind of just accepts it, and then looks back at you.
I'm gonna say thank you. And once he's away, um, I'm going to use Forgetful Mind on her again.
Okay.
Or not again, but use Forgetful
Mm-hmm.
Mind on her. Um, let's see if this works. Oof.
Okay. As she's not expecting it and a mortal, you will see her eyes begin to lull, and she goes kind of catatonic in a way.
Uh, so overall, the scenario of what happened to her is what I'm gonna implant with her. You know, you were attacked by a homeless man. He attacked you with a nail. Once he realized he didn't fully kill you, uh, that's when he took off. And as I'm saying this, can I like look at her neck to see if she's got padding?
She has.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So, and you know, she was just in a state of hysteria that she made up the whole being bitten and you know vampire-esque like story. Uh, and you know, talking about it with us caused her to kind of come to the realization that she was just in a state of hysteria. And if anyone asks, that's why she came up with such a off the wall story.
Okay. After you're done, she'll kind of blink a few times and then look back at you. Sorry for the misunderstanding there, but yeah, that's what happened. I think it was like a long nail that he hit me with. Um, Sorry for the inconvenience again.
It's fine. You know, things when things happen, sometimes we like to shut them out and come up with, you know, a fantasy idea so that we can handle it a little better. We'll go ahead and leave you be so you know, have time to adjust. And I'll go ahead and, you know, sir, we're done here. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Thanks. And he'll kind of just look down at her. You okay? And she'll take his hand. Yeah. And they will begin to lead you to the door.
We'll go ahead and walk out and say if you get any, you know, new, if any new things come to mind, and I'll write down my number and hand it to her. Uh, don't be afraid to reach out. You know, we're here to help.
Thank you. And the guy will look at you as well and go to shake your hand a second time.
I'll go ahead and shake it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And upon that, we'll go ahead. Me and Alice will go ahead and take off.
And as you take off, Alice will look at you and just say, will I be able to do that? The thing that you keep doing to them?
Eventually, yes.
That seems pretty useful.
It can be very useful. Especially for cleaning up messes like this.
I guess that's one of the tools that we use, the Ventru, to, what did you say? Remain in charge? The kings or something?
More or less, yes. Doesn't work on our kind as well, unless you're, of course, older. But, yes.
So does this mean like Jessica and the other, the other clans, they all have to do what we say?
No, not by a long shot.
Oh.
I'm just gonna keep chuckling at that as we're driving.
And from there, do you head back to the house?
Yeah, because we don't have any information on the
Mm-hmm.
homeless victims, right?
Okay. Now I will bring back out. as the three of you, Nathaniel, TT, Aaliyah, as you all begin to make your way back to the house, could I have all of you make a wits awareness?
It's okay, Nathan. We know you're not in combat, so you know the crit's not going to happen. You're not fighting.
He's only a monster in combat.
Yeah.
Ah, here it is. Awareness wits.
Okay. Aaliyah, as you're making your way with the others, with the boys on your side, you will hear in the distance for the rest of you, you don't really hear it that well as you're too busy talking and getting to know each other, but you hear it, and something about it seems to magnify with you as you hear it almost like it's around the corner. And you hear,
Oh, she's.
what do you do?
All right. With that, I think we might have our lead. Just follow me. At which point I will just start dashing off in the direction most direct can find, even if that means jumping fences and such.
Okay. Question, do you have celerity?
I do, and I have Cat's Grace.
Okay.
Bye, Nathan.
So, as you take off, you are a little bit faster than the others. Actually,
Oh,
no.
and just another side note, I'll activate Silence of Death, just so I don't
Okay.
announce my presence.
TT, do you also have celerity?
I do.
I have two.
Damn.
Wow.
And in that
See,
case,
we were the perfect group to do this. We planned
Yeah.
this out.
Yeah, no doubt.
as
They are the
you-
ground forces.
Yeah. As you take off, taking the lead, you watch as Nathaniel quickly matches your speed and then surpasses you, as well as TT matches your speed. And then Nathaniel, you realize that you don't know where you're going, and you kind of fall back with them as you allow her to lead the way. You quickly make your way around the corner and jump over what seems to be a barred fence into a kind of garden area, quickly making over another kind of gated area into the streets again. And across the road, you see an alleyway with a woman kind of freaking out on her own and just kind of screaming over and over again for help.
Is there anything else I'm gonna make a deliberate scan of the area to see if there's anybody fleeing or running away or anything that would give me that indicate the attacker or what might
awareness?
trigger her. Saying it, boss.
Yep, wits awareness. A 3. Okay. 2.
Don't forget fairy dust number 9.
Say again.
Between the three of us, we should figure something out.
I said, don't forget fairy dust number 9.
Mm-hmm. Do you use that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put it on before we started walking.
Ah, yes. All right, then.
Can I also use Sense the Unseen?
Oh, wait, hang on. The dust wouldn't last that long, as I believe it only lasts for a scene, right? TT?
Whatever the duration was.
I believe it was for just the scene, so that would have passed by now. So you can, if you want, you can do it again.
Sure.
Okay.
Passive
And-
doesn't have, I think.
And you use Sense the Unseen. I'm gonna have to roll for this then.
He said, "Dang it, Nathan, making me roll for it.
Both of them.
All this fairy dust nonsense going on. I actually have to."
Fairy dust.
We're supernatural creatures. Of course, there's going to be fairy dust involved.
Oh, the Fae are gonna be pissed.
Well, I got a nice iron fence for them.
Sorry, I accidentally. Um, I think I might want to reroll for that.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna willpower reroll.
Okay. Okay, so that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, wrong one. Hang on, I don't roll powers often. Actually, I also need to rouse as well.
Oh, sorry. I actually rolled the wrong stat.
It's okay. Just do it again. And you got 2 successes, and you got 3 successes. And you have Sense Unseen. Okay, is that the right roll? And it's another crit!
Love. That's awesome.
Crits for days today.
That was just how well I made it.
There's nothing better than a messy critical. There just isn't.
Oh, it was a messy crit? Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ew.
Okay, that's 5. So, TT, you see on top of what looks to be a nearby rooftop a figure looking down towards where the screaming is happening, and the figure just begin to run out of sight. But at the same time, hearing the screams of this woman, it begins to rile the beast inside. Can you please click on your token, and with the macros that appear at the top, hit the compulsions button. And it has a symbol of a bat. Harm. Okay.
Oh.
As you have
Oh,
the
no.
incredible urge to harm something, to hurt something. So just keep that in mind with role playing.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that. The rest of you don't look around and you cannot see anything. What do as the woman is screaming bloody murder?
If there is nothing that I can see, I'll go over to the woman and try to quiet her down as purposefully as possible.
Okay, as you run over, you will see her quickly point a knife towards you, and it looks like this woman is unharmed. There is no bite mark in her neck, but the knife she is holding seems to have blood on it. But the blood looks a little bit more congealed.
so I can see this person.
Just for a second before he darts out of view on top of one of the nearby rooftops.
Let's see.
And I will say, oh, you're a Bana Hakim. Could you make me a? This would be a intelligence occult check,
Thank you for letting me roll that.
and also add blood sorcery on top of it as well. As this is interesting for you too. Oh my god, that's a lot of dice. Yeah, with a 6. Looking at the blood, 1, it's congealed to the point where you've seen this many times before. This is a kindred's blood, as it is thicker than normal blood. And 2, you notice that this blood seems to be slowly melting away this person's knife. And as you approach, he will just begin to swing the knife at you. Who are you? Who? What do you do?
I'm part of the neighborhood watch.
Where is he?
He's gone.
The guy
He's
just
gone.
grabbed me.
We chased him away. We're gonna have to. What we're gonna do for you? He's gone. You're good. You're safe right now. We're gonna take you to someplace safe, and we're gonna get some information. Have the police come by, and we'll get this taken care of. Did he take anything from you?
No, he tried to grab me, and I think he tried to bite me. But I stabbed him. And what the fuck's happening to my knife? And she begins
Just
to
leave
look
the
at
knife here. Don't worry about the knife. It's not gonna help you anymore. But you're good. You're safe now. We're gonna get you to a safe spot, and we're gonna get all this worked out, and then get you back home.
You sure we shouldn't just leave her here?
What?
Don't mind him.
I need to call the police, and she'll take out a phone and begin to dial.
TT's gonna walk over to her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I do this right. How does she look? Does she look like the others? Is she like framed in a type or anything like that?
She looks to be Asian descent, kind of black hair and, weirdly enough, very dark green eyes.
Mm-hmm. How long has it been since we heard the scream when we got here?
Maybe a minute.
Okay, cool. Then he's gonna use cloud memory.
Okay. Honestly, didn't know you had that.
Phlegmatic blood.
Yes. Then, yeah, you walk up to her, and because she is a mortal and not expecting it, there is no roll, and it is also a free power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then you just walk up, and you look into her eyes, and you watch as they begin to kind of glaze over, and she begins to just blink, and then
Take that knife here. Thank you very much. He put a tube of lipstick in her hand and replaced the knife.
Hello? Who are you?
You tripped, honey. He clacks off.
Oh. All right. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Sorry, I've got to get going.
You have a good night.
You
Be
too,
safe.
and thank you.
You're welcome.
Where's Nathaniel doing? Nathaniel? Hello? Oh no.
Nathaniel's
mic
getting a
broken.
cup of tea apparently.
I think his mic might have broken again. But yes, I'll come back to him. What are you guys doing after that? You have the bloodied knife, TT.
The rooftop.
The rooftop. Which way did they head?
He point towards the roof in the direction I headed.
Did you
Okay.
get any did they fit the description?
They did.
Yep.
Do you think you could spot them again if we pursued?
Probably, but they were fast. Let's go.
Well, let's for stepping out of character. Let's see if we can get a hold of Nathan to see what.
Yeah.
So we don't get stuck.
Is it working now?
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nathaniel.
I'm sorry.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, what are you doing as all this is happening?
Well, he mostly stood to the side since he didn't see anything, and just let the other two take care of the woman, since they seem to be doing just fine.
So we'll wave over to Nathan and say, "Come on over, hurry up."
Yeah.
Okay. TT was able to see the person. We matched the description, but they took off very quickly, going, and I'll point the direction that TT pointed out. We just have to figure out whether it's worth our time to go and give pursuit, or whether we want to just take this as additional information.
Out of character, how long would it be till sunrise?
Right now, it would be around maybe 5 hours.
I mean, that's our only lead. Shouldn't we check up on it? If we don't find anything, then, well, we'll just be where we are right now again.
You know, I just had an epiphany. This one was stabbed, and clearly the blood is leaving a mark. So if we follow the blood spill, we should be able to follow them.
Make me intelligence occult.
Got it.
Damn, crits all night tonight. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Oh wait.
Well,
You
this is the
roll-
thinking. This is the thinking behind it. If he has either Scorpion's touch or Ball's caress going, that blood's gonna burn holes in everything, and that trail should be like neon lights to us.
You do know that, as it is kindred blood, it is a lot thicker and obviously harder to, if you cut a kindred's, veins or anywhere on the body, they will slightly bleed. But as it is thicker blood, it does bleed a lot less and a lot fewer. Just keep that in mind.
That's fair enough. We'll take anything we can get. So he was on the rooftop, so somehow we got to start on the rooftop, I guess. Anybody know a way up there? Maybe there's a ladder lying around somewhere.
Wits perception. Anyone who wants to look.
Do you mean awareness?
Yes, goddammit, D&D. Get out of my head.
No, also 20th anniversary had perception too.
Yeah, every now and then I may make D&D references. And another critical, and that is a messy. So
Looks like somebody's shed is going to get broken into.
So you, can you click on your token and hit the compulsion button as well? And this is starting to turn. As well as TT, remember that you are feeling like harming someone. It does not have to be the guy you are chasing. You just have the urge to harm someone. Just keep that in mind.
You said press the bat?
Yes.
Compulsion. Okay, I see it here.
Paranoia. Oh no. So, after this incident, and knowing that this guy seemingly can go invisible, and knowing what his blood means, you can't help but feel a little paranoid. And maybe he's around you right now. Maybe this is all a setup. Maybe these people you're with that you've just met tonight, maybe they're in on it. Maybe this is a way that someone is trying to get you, and you can't help but have those thoughts in the back of your head. So keep that in mind as you roleplay.
Will do.
Okay.
But do I
So-
find a ladder is the next question.
Oh, yes. You see on the side there is a fire escape heading upwards.
I
the
will.
the question
Go ahead.
is that Nathaniel is technically way faster than both of you. He could go, but it would be on his own.
Clearly, that's Nathaniel's decision.
Mm-hmm. He's probably the best one to track it between
Mm.
celerity aspects.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Okay. Then fire up your celerity, boy. And let me bring up. So what celerity powers do you have?
Just cat's grace.
I thought you had 2 dots in celerity.
Oh, no. Might have misheard me. I think I said I have celerity 2, and that's where the confusion might have.
Okay. In that case, I take that back. You would all be as fast as each other. Retcon that.
You see, this little grouping is far too ideal.
All right.
So I'm guessing that you all take off up the fire escape.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, but I will keep my hand on my knife while I'm doing it.
Okay. Could I just ask TT, as you are in high heels while doing this, could you make me a dexterity athletics check?
Sure.
And if you have Cat's Grace, you can also add that onto it. Okay. It is a sight to behold as this almost 6 foot tall man in heels, almost like a ninja, just kind of goes up this fire escape. And in those type of big heels, it is quite impressive to see. And it doesn't take any of you very long to get to the top of this building, where you look around and you see no one.
What does the ground look like? Does it have holes in it or anything like that, or damage, or anything we can track?
Wits awareness. Oh, or actually, no, this would be investigation.
Okay.
Three. You do see near the edge, there seem to be little bits of the rooftop melted in, and looking to your right, heading what seems to be west of in the city, across this rooftop, you see little dots of melted kind of rooftop.
I will look to my compatriots and say, "Shall we?" and then start running.
Cece's already quick stepping over there.
And
In style, of course, with the heels going.
Oh, of course. And Nathaniel, are you giving chase as well?
Yeah.
All right. You take off at incredible speed, getting to the edge of this building and looking down, and you see what looks to be a car, and the top of the car roof has been smashed in, almost like something heavy has just been dropped on top of it. What do you do?
If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Let's go.
Okay. So you jump down. Now, be aware, you'll be taking damage unless you have something that can help you out by falling not a massive distance, but still, this could be
Is it more than a
life-threatening.
story?
It is.
Is it more than a story? It's more than what is it? 2 stories? 1 story?
2 stories.
Screw 2 stories. I'm going to go for it.
Okay. Make me a dexterity athletics. Anyone who wants to jump, please make that. Two. And 3. Damn. This is the perfect group. As you all jump one by one onto the remains of this car and manage to land in a way that you wouldn't take any real damage. But it does look like your heels, TT, have been scratched up, which probably just annoys you even more. And across the road, you see what look to be broken shards of glass from this car leading into an alleyway. Do you take off?
I will take.
yeah.
I will follow.
Okay. You go into a sprint after this individual, moving from alleyway to alleyway, following the drops of blood and the broken glass, eventually leading to what seems to be a more residential area. And you will see in the distance, in fact, let's make one more roll. Can anyone who has Sense the Unseen make another roll? Nathaniel, do you have Sense the Unseen?
I do just. Would it be with wits or with resolve?
It should just be you hit the power roll. Oh no! You hit it's wits awareness and you add Sense the Unseen.
So in my case, with the 2 dots of aspects, just modifier of 2, right?
Yes.
Five successes after the penalty.
What do I have all these dice for? I'm going to reroll that.
Okay. Okay. So so Nathaniel and TT, you both see in the distance a hooded figure with the baseball cap, long, wet black hair, quite a distance away from you still. And you see him kind of looking back in your general direction, and he notices you, and you see his mouth kind of look like, almost like he's about to cry, but then he will begin to dart in the opposite direction from you.
How busy is the street?
At this time, not busy at all. It is, quote, very late, and this is a residential area. The
So
streets
no
are
one
bare.
really sees us?
Nope.
Okay. And how far is he from us?
He's like at the end of the street, which you've just got to. So it would be maybe a good. Sorry for D&D terms, but like a good like 100 feet away at least.
Well, if you want a point
Okay.
of reference, a typical city block runs about a quarter mile.
For a residential area?
A typical city block, quote unquote, the mean city block, is roughly a quarter mile. That's just statistically.
Okay, then. So it would be like half of that then.
Okay. I'm going to use far reach.
Please tell me what that does.
Roll my distillation check.
That'd be thin blood magic, would that be?
Yep, that'd be thin blood magic.
The shame.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. This is versus his strength and athletics.
Strength athletics.
This power works at 4 successes, so it works better than normal. Yay! That's wrong.
Strength athletics.
Here it is.
5 successes.
Works as intended. I don't know who wins on ties.
What did you get? Did you get a 5 as well?
I did.
Then it goes to
No,
the
I
player.
got 4. I got 4.
Okay, with a 4, it goes to him. As I should probably tell you this now, how the rules work. If there is a tie, it goes to the player. If there are 2 players that tie, it goes to the aggressor.
Okay. So I could take a temporary willpower damage to reroll, right?
Yep, you can re-roll
And that-
up to 3 dice.
Up to 3 dice. I think that is worth it.
You can only re-roll 1 dice.
Yeah, you can only reroll failed rolls, right?
Failed black rolls, yes. Which you only have 1 failed black roll, so you can re-roll only 1.
Probably won't even be worth it then. I mean, yeah, I'll try it anyway.
I mean, if you roll it and it wins, then you get the tie.
So if I click reroll, it will automatically just roll that 1 dice, right?
No, hit the
No.
re-roll, and where it says the modifier, just put a number 1 instead of a 3 there.
Okay. There was no modifier. It didn't even ask me.
Hang on, let me bring it up.
Oh, he might have hit the willpower roll that rolls your remaining willpower.
Hit the WP re-roll button, and that should come up with a little box, which should automatically have 3 in it. Delete that and put just 1, and then press submit.
Okay. Come on, baby.
And that's a success.
Yes, get him.
Okay, what does the power do?
So TT raises his hand and yanks it back, and the kindred just it kind of looks like he jumps straight towards us.
Oh, so the kindred actually just comes to you.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
It says I can pull him within grabbing or clawing range.
Okay, then yes. You will watch as this kindred will just begin to kind of run and then jump into the air towards you, landing right next to your group, and then immediately looking at all of you, and for the first time, you will see him, and he will look like this.
Hold on, I gotta make a rouse check for this.
Also, Nathaniel,
Yes.
could you make me a willpower roll?
Just a willpower?
Yes, as this person is extremely ugly and smelly, and his clothes are disgusting.
Okay, get hungry. Ooh.
You're okay. Just looking at this person makes you want to be sick, and you can feel the beast wanting to just get away from this hideous creature, but you manage to stand your ground and keep in control of the beast.
TT does that too. That's gross.
So, what do you do? Does anyone grab him or attack him or what?
I will grab him. I will try to grapple him.
Okay. Make me a strength brawl check. And he will make the same. That's a 2 from his side.
That was 2 on my behalf.
Oh, then it goes to you. You manage to get around him and sling your arms around, grappling him, and he just begins to scream out, "I'm being attacked! Help! I'm being attacked!" What do you
Stuff
do?
headscarf in his mouth.
Okay.
I will bite him. Well, no, everybody else's turn. Sorry, my bad.
Yep. TT rips his headscarf off and stuffs it in his mouth.
Okay, Nathaniel, what are you doing?
Does entrancement only works when the person is like in any perceived danger, right?
Yes, so it wouldn't work here.
Can we just take him?
You are the ninja.
Do you have one?
TT's
Channel the
holding
inner
2
ninja and
chopsticks.
be the ninja.
Be the
To use his
ninja. You were
chopsticks.
born to be, Nathaniel.
I mean, technically, chopsticks would work.
Yeah.
Technically. But what do you do?
Is there an alleyway nearby?
There is what looks to be the beginnings of a pathway that looks to be a neighborhood park that no one seems to be in right now.
Nathaniel's just gonna gesture to the others that towards there, since we probably shouldn't like stand just randomly on the street holding a dude.
I will look at Nathan and go, "You gonna stake this bastard or not?"
Uh,
We're waiting on you. Christmas is coming.
Do you have a stake on you, Nathaniel?
I do not.
Okay.
I just have the I just have the knives.
What was that, TT?
I mean,
TT has 2 chopsticks for this specific purpose.
Go TT.
Okay. If you
He
want
came off
to,
when he took his headscarf off.
do you want to try and stab him? TT?
Yes, if it's not Nathaniel's turn, then he will try to stab him.
Okay.
If then he does not want to.
Okay, so make me a dexterity melee roll.
Alright.
would he get some type of advantage since the dude
Yes.
is being held still?
I'll give you a +1 to this roll, and if you want to surge the blood to get another +2 dice to your roll, you can also do that.
Sure. That's another
That's
rouse
a
check.
rouse check.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
rouse check. And we are using the up-to-date rules so that instead of it being a +1 dice, it would be a +2.
Ha! Ha!
A free.
Reroll,
Okay.
please. No.
It's
No worries.
up to you. Do you want to re-roll?
We got other turns. You don't need to waste it.
No. Like, I got 3. That's a solid.
He could only re-roll 1 dice anyway.
Yeah.
I believe.
So you take the chopsticks and you drive them into the chest of this person. He screams out. But as they go in, you can feel them kind of hit onto a rib cage and not penetrate the heart. Out of game, you need to do at least 5 damage to the kindred for a staking to take effect. As he will
Okay.
take only... Okay, he does take some damage, however. And after which, he will then look around at you, turning his head, who is quite literally holding him. This kind of much thinner, littler girl is, just pinning him right there. And he will try and mesmerize you.
Oh shit.
All right,
Oh,
what do I need to roll for that?
Brandon, can you tell me what the role is again?
Manipulation plus dominate versus intelligence and resolve.
Okay, my intelligence resolve. Okay, I have to go roll. Okay, I will rouse the blood for this one.
Okay.
There needs to be relative quiet in which to issue instructions. He cannot really use mesmerize as he can't issue instructions being
That
demanded.
is true, because of the thing in
And
his
it's also
mouth.
yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Touche.
Not trying to like,
Yeah.
break anything or
Okay.
nothing like that. But
In that case, he's just going to try and break your hold. Make me a strength brawl check against his.
Okay, I will rouse the blood to make sure I hold on to this bastard.
Okay. He will also
Once I find the rouse blood button.
It's at the bottom.
bottom of the page.
Shit.
Okay, I get hungrier.
Nice.
Yay.
And getting munchies.
Gravity pad.
He will. Oh. Wait. What
Yeah,
did
why
I
are you
roll?
rolling humanity?
Oh, yeah, I did press the right
Wrong
R
button.
button.
Oh, I
There
do
you
need
go.
to send you a message. It's something I just thought about.
He's fine there. And that is 6 successes on his side. What did you get?
I got 4, but I will re-roll.
Okay, you need 2 more successes.
You got this.
I gotta find the button to re-roll willpower. Sorry.
Oh, just
I see,
under
okay.
willpower. Yeah.
Okay, and add the number of dice, right?
You can re-roll free.
Bro.
You need 2.
Well, I have 3 successes already, so all I need is. All I'm gonna do is re-roll 2 because that's the only that makes sense. Makes sense.
You have 4 successes already.
Yeah.
4. What I'm saying is that I have only 2 of the dice failed.
Mhm.
So re-rolling only 2 of the
Oh.
dice makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you re-rolled the whole thing.
The first 2 are the only ones that matter.
No. You need to. Who's rolling
No,
so many times?
it's adding dice. It's adding dice to it.
Wait, with willpower?
Uh,
No. How willpower works is that you take the dice that you failed from your black one and you re-roll those. So you don't re-roll
Okay,
the entire roll.
I see I'm rolling willpower, not
Yeah.
the other one. Okay, my bad.
It's the WP re-roll.
Yeah.
And that is
Nothing.
0. Okay. He breaks free. So he kind of shoves you to the side, pushing you away, and he will begin to run towards the park. And what do you guys do? Nathaniel, what do you do?
He's gonna go after him and try what he does best, stab him.
Ninja!
Hey, Aiden, I sent you a message. I just thought about it.
I'm gonna rouse too.
Ooh, you got a hungry boy.
Okay, that's a dexterity melee attack with a +2 because you roused.
And like +1 for the specialty with knives, right?
Yep.
Come on and gut this motherfucker.
This is your roll. Oh, and he
Wow.
did it again!
There you go, ninja.
Wow.
Inner ninja's
He
coming
does it
out.
every time. How do
Hey,
you do
Jeff.
this?
Hey, Jess. We need to talk about some things, okay?
I'm not even there.
I don't know how you keep doing this. It's every
Bro.
time. It's unreal.
Ciao.
bear in mind, this is also the same person who was like, "Yeah, Nathan's not much of a fighter."
I
Lies,
I can't believe it.
deception right off the bat.
This man's crit every single day.
No,
It's
like
only
dead
the
ass, like
attacks.
yeah,
Okay, TT.
literally.
Okay,
So-
TT.
Ooh.
Now we need the coup de grace.
So you do 7, which with the +1 from the knife is 8. So that halved is 4.
Four?
No, not yet, but he is in aggravated damage already with that one attack, and holy shit. Yeah. Remind me to nerf Nathaniel.
Okay,
Where's his
TT. Your
fortitude
turn.
save at?
Okay, TT, what do you do? As you watch Nathaniel, in a blur of speed, come up behind him, grab him by the shoulder, and just jam the knife into near the spine area. And he goes from a sweet Broadway actor to an assassin in seconds. It's quite a sight to behold.
What can you manage? Not that. Not that. Oh, what's this do? I think. Is he like weakened at all from this getting
yeah.
shivved?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's like press intelligence to resolve. Okay. TT is going to look at him and try. It's probably not gonna work actually. I'm just gonna try to. He's gonna take off his heel and try to smack at the stake with it.
Okay.
Ruin his
Gonna
chicken
stake this
cheeks.
man's with a high heel.
Legendary.
If you're gonna stake somebody, do it with style. Damn you.
Rouse again.
That sounds like such a B movie thing, like staking a vampire with a high heel.
B movies are great for a reason because only in B movies can you have good stuff like that.
So yeah, you roll a
4.
dexterity melee with 4.
4.
Okay, and let me roll. I'm gonna give him a -1 to this, as he is being shivved now and that took a lot of damage from him.
Man's just halved his life in one
I
hit.
know, he did. Let's see.
Nathaniel's just in a silly, goofy mood, you know?
All right.
I don't want to hear it. This is every fight.
2. Yep, you get it. As
I watch
you
every vid, I know.
you smash in the. Are you aiming for the chopstick still embedded in his chest? Okay.
With the flat of the heel.
Okay. You hit them, and they would do an extra +1 with that. So yeah. You watch as TT rotates around after you're holding him with the dagger in his back, and he pulls off one of his heels, spins around, hits the chopsticks, knocking them through the rib cage into the heart, and you watch this person just freeze. And then you watch his skin begin to turn a slightly shade of gray, and the veins begin to kind of pop out over his skin, revealing a much more blue tint. And he just falls to the ground, catatonic.
Where exactly is this fight taking place?
This would
About
be
10
out,
blocks away.
Yeah, this would be out of your domain. You're not sure whose domain this is, but he is out right now.
Okay.
Shall we call for the car? And then we'll discuss the rest of this at home, my friend, as I knock on his forehead.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's do that.
Oh, by the way, I'll pay for your next pair of shoes.
I appreciate that. He pats his head, realizes he doesn't have his headscarf, then looks mournfully at the vampire. Bastard.
It is covered
And
in
think it's
drool.
let's bring this whole party to a less visible spot, maybe like a side area that's a little darker, so somebody strolling down the street might not see us.
I think
Okay,
it's safe to say TT's compulsion is definitely gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That being said, let's wits awareness to see if anyone saw us have our movie shoot.
Anyone who wishes to look out, make me a wits awareness.
All right.
God damn it, Nathaniel.
Bro,
You're a monster.
it's unreal. Literally started the campaign. He's like, yeah, Nathan's not much of a fighter. We only have one fighter in the group. That's Jess. Bro, nah, bull.
I'm sorry, it's my first time playing. I had no idea what the dots would amount to.
Nathan, don't apologize. Simply look
No,
everybody
it's
in the eye and
definitely,
say, and
it's
take a bow
definitely,
and say, thank you very much. Now throw the money.
it's definitely not anything to apologize for. It's just funny.
Man. Yeah, so
Ooh,
with
Aaliyah.
a 5, very nice. Looking over, you do see what looks to be an old woman watching you and your group, and she looks to be taking the dog out for on her front yard, kind of just making sure it can pee, and she's not reacting to what's happening. She's watching you, but not reacting. And as you're looking over to her, she will actually wave towards you.
Which one of you had that hocus pocus trick you did?
Insight to see what this is about.
Okay, make a this would be wits insight.
Wow.
Aces.
5. Jesus, you guys are rolling really well tonight. You look over and she's acting a little bit curious as she goes on and kind of begins to take the dog around the yard, and then again, looks over at you, and then waves again, almost like she didn't wave in the first place. And then
This one has
again,
got Alzheimer's.
and then kind of takes her dog around the yard again. The dog looks like it's very tired and wants to just go inside now, but she keeps walking around the yard.
Alzheimer's going on here.
You can guess that there's something not quite right with this very old lady.
Let's depart, and whichever one of you had that mental hocus pocus from before, probably that would be helpful. If you need blood, I'm sure he'll be a donor.
Yeah, TT's gonna wander over and go. We had a movie shoot. It was nice, right? I don't really want to make her forget. I'm just gonna lie to her.
Are you one of my son's friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, would you like to come in?
I got work, but I appreciate. I'll visit you later.
All right.
I love what you did with your hair.
Oh, thank you, darling. And she will again begin to walk the dog around the yard. The dog now looking very miserable.
I'm gonna throw in a forget just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you see her kind of blink around and then go back to walking immediately. Probably now adding to her dementia already. But yeah, begin to walk the dog around again and again.
I think the dog is tired now.
I just brought him out. He needs the bathroom. And then she'll kind of look around and then look at you. Are you one of my son's friends?
Mm-hmm. It's time for bed now. Good night. He'll turn the hobble off.
Good night. And she will then kind of turn and begin to head into the house again.
While that happens, can I call Brandon?
You can. Brandon, you get a phone call.
Hello?
So I think we might have our guy.
Oh, really?
At this
Alright,
point,
where y'all at?
you would be back with Jessica as well.
Where y'all at?
Um, I just tell him where we are. We might need a car since our friend can't really walk at this point.
Yeah, where are y'all at?
I tell
Just
him.
give him the cross streets.
Yeah, Nathaniel, give him
Yes.
a real street name.
Yes, because I know American street names.
Look. If
Use
it's an American
use Austrian street names. They're perfectly good because Americans don't know what their own language.
That's fair.
You're on Washington Street, next to Benjamin Franklin Street.
That's a thing somewhere. So
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we are.
Yeah, I'm on my way, and I'm gonna tell Alice to stay here with Jessica and Tommy, and drive to go pick them up.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's search this guy. See if he has anything
Oh.
of interesting on him.
I do want to line my trunk with some garbage bags.
Okay.
TT's extracting blood with a syringe.
Okay. How much blood
Perfectly
do you
normal night
take?
for a bunch of vampires. Don't mind us. Nothing to see.
Not a whole health level, just enough for his alchemy. It's like an ounce.
For your alchemy, that would be 1 rouse check's worth, so that would be 1 of his health.
It's actually just a drop. My blood is a rouse check worth. His, I just need a drop.
Oh, then yeah, that's
If
fine.
it's if it's an ounce of blood though.
Probably not quite an ounce.
You can take a little vial fill, maybe worth about 20 drops, without threatening his actual immortal life.
Yeah. See what
And
it is later.
Whoever is looking through his pockets, please make me a wits investigation. Okay, a 4. You look through his pockets, and it is a sad sight to behold. The man has maybe $4 to his name. He does not have a phone. He looks to be a knife, but it is very rusted. And as you're kind of looking through his pockets, you do find a sketch, a drawing of a woman, and it is beautifully done. This guy has some serious talent. You do not recognize this woman, and it seems to be kept in good condition. He also smells like wheat and beer and what was the other thing?
Yeast.
And you also see the rust on his shoes. But yes, he has nothing when it comes to possessions.
Would it be fair to say he smells like a brewery?
It would be very fair to say that.
Okay, just checking.
But other than that, he has nothing on him. And while you're doing that, all I can picture is Nathaniel cleaning his blade like a katana in the background.
I mean, to be fair, they did find out that his blood, melted the other blade.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you can probably, tell what type of clan he is from. You could even say in a way, a sister clan to your own.
I figured as much, but he might be Katif too, so I don't know. Or a Nas with some extra powers.
It doesn't take long for Brandon to show up in the car, trying to make not as much noise as possible, pulling up. And Brandon, if you want to pull out your token.
No. I accidentally double-clicked and opened the character sheet.
There you go.
As I get out, I'm just opening the trunk.
Who takes the body?
I will. I'll do it. 'Cause I didn't do much else.
As you pull up the body and make your way over to Brandon, he has prepared the boot of the car, and even made sure that if there was any blood, it wouldn't, pass over into his car fabric. And you place it inside, and you are ready to go.
I am going to drive us back to main base, and on the way I say, well, I guess we hold him in the basement until we can get permission to execute him.
Maybe we could keep him in the garage because we don't want him actually to see our haven if we can get away with it.
Well,
Do we have a garage, or are we in a brown house? Townhouse,
You-
sorry.
Let me get you over there. Wow. You do not have a garage. There is a driveway, though, where a car could be parked on the right side.
well, we can leave him staked in my trunk then.
Well, let's bring him inside, but let's get a bag or something over his head so he can't tell where he is.
Oh,
Put some
that's
headphones-
easy
Let's
enough.
get some headphones on him with some like white noise playing, and put a bag over his head. Make it so he can't remove it. That way, he doesn't know where he is.
Does anybody have an MP3 or something?
A Walkman?
We're gonna tape a Walkman to his tape a Walkman to him, and it's playing what would be cringe music at the time.
Oh God. Back in 2002, maybe some Britney. Or was she still popular then? I'm not sure.
Was Tiffany still a thing?
Oh my god.
You got
I
a
know in
suggestion?
2002 a lot of dance, like Dance Revolution was like starting to like regain a lot of popularity. How about something from like one of those really really cringy DDR songs?
That sounds perfect.
Okay. You inflict hell upon his ears.
Everybody loses 2 humanity for torturing him.
But so do you take him inside your haven?
Well, just a suggestion. Since we have him bags that you can't see, and he can't hear anything, and he's being we could put him somewhere like you said in the basement, but we need like somewhere we could secure, or we'd have to put a sentry somewhere. Oh, we got ghouls. We've got guards. We're good. Yeah, so we just need a closet or something in the basement. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, once we put the music on, as loud as it could, I would have wrapped his face with the garbage bags that were in my trunk really heavily.
Okay. And as you know, as long as the stake remains in his heart, he cannot move, he cannot do anything.
Yep.
As you are very aware, Brandon.
Yup. And once we're dragging him in, and I'm gonna make a really gaudy joke. Hey, Alice, does this look familiar?
She will look at you and look at him and not know what to do. Like, if she laughs, that could be insulting. If she doesn't laugh, that could be insulting. And she'll just... oh. Yes. Good one.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that one, especially.
All right.
If you will excuse me, I gotta replace all of the shit I just lost doing this fucking ring. Kind of kicks the body and then limps off. Headscarf.
By the way,
The Ventru will get the Ventru's credit card. He's going to pay for your shoes.
Makes you think I got money anymore.
You can't afford it?
All Ventru have money. Go ask your friend. Take a loan or something.
We left
Oh,
30,000,
we're back to
like,
this.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
We're
And
we're
my
back
bag
in
of
the
money.
States, and I didn't touch a penny of my money, and I have money here, so
Good, then you can pay
Yeah.
for the shoes. They're
Ah!
absolutely owed. We absolutely owe TT shoes.
How
2 pairs, maybe.
much?
All
How,
right.
how much were TT shoes, do you think, Weird?
Oh, TT shoes or Jimmy Choos. So at least 2 grand.
Good thing I
Oh.
got $2,000 ready to go. Let's go.
By the way, Brandon does need to start doing some of his, little night work to regain
Mhm.
his, lost resources.
Mm-hmm.
His whole, what, I was at 3 or 4?
You. I believe you were at 3.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Because I had, what, 50,000 and I brought, I think, 20,000.
Oh, no, you come back. You want to go on the merits here. Some
Yep.
reason,
Okay,
I
so
think.
3.
Yeah, 3. Okay. So as you kind of bring in the body and TT kicks it on the side and you've wrapped it up and secured it, you'll see Tommy's a little uncomfortable by this. Now another body, and he's definitely not used to all of this. Alice looks like she is trying to get used to it as fast as possible and just kind of helping where she can and nodding along. What do you do from there?
I might ask Jess if she managed to get a hold of Brett to get confirmation on the execution.
Would have been able to get hold of Brett in that time.
Would you have phoned him or messaged him?
I would have called him
Okay.
and asked him to meet me back at the Haven if he's free.
All right. The first time you call him, there is no answer. The second time, there is no answer. The third time, he answers. And once he hears your voice, he kind of goes into that flirty mode again. But after you kind of go serious and ask to meet him at the Haven, he will jump at the opportunity at coming over to your place.
Mm.
And he has not arrived yet. But he does say that he's on the way.
He's coming here. It'll be a sign of good faith if we get him here to take a look at the body before we just...
Well, I'm sure the prince will want to do it in a court setting and assert dominance and take credit for what was done.
While everybody's having this conversation, I'm going to find a closet in a corner and lock myself in it.
Okay. You are in the closet. What would you like to do inside the closet?
Wallow in my own paranoia and
Yes.
maybe pretends, maybe have the knife pointed at the door, like staring at the handle or something. Beads of sweat coming down, looking for every little motion and like hearing things that aren't there, stuff like that.
Would you say to calm yourself, your character would maybe take out a book if she had one to read? Would that, do you think, would calm her?
Yes, that would definitely calm her because books are everything.
Okay. Then the rest of you see her kind of walk away and enter what seems to be a closet, and yeah, she just disappears from sight. Meanwhile, TT, what are you doing?
TT goes to the kitchen, pulls out 2 boxes from the freezer, puts them in his tote bag, looks at it, grimaces, and then rubs his chin.
Okay.
Gotta go hunting.
At this point, Jessica, you get a text of your phone. It is a unfamiliar number to you. And it just literally says, "Nice work." And that's all. Does anyone wish to do anything, or wait until Brett comes?
Um,
And-
taste of blood.
Taste of blood?
Mhm.
Sure. So, you dip your finger into the blood that you collected, and you taste it. And I believe there's a roll, if I am not
There's-
mistaken.
I believe it's resolve. Hmm. Aha.
Ooh.
Oof. And then nothing. Nothing.
You taste the blood, it is delicious. And it kind of gets you in the mood. You feel the beast inside you screaming to just go out and get some blood. For the love of God, get some blood. But you cannot focus enough to get anything from this drop of blood.
Hmm. All right, that's all I got.
And I will ask, this is a good point to make. What hunger is everyone at right now?
I'm at 2. Alice is at 1.
I'm at 1.
3.
I'm at 2.
2.
Okay, so no one's 4 or above, because there is a very nice smelling vampiric body ready for munching right there. So that's good. And yes, after a short period of time, you will hear the knocking at the door again.
Um,
I guess
j-
somebody want to go get that.
I'll get it.
Okay.
And she'll head up and walk to the door.
As you open the door, you will see Brett on the outside, and he is posing, like, kind of arching his back, leaning backwards on the door frame as you open the door, and he just gives you a nice big smile when you do.
Hey, baby, what's up?
Glad you can make it back on such short notice.
Oh, well, when a beautiful woman like yourself invites me, I couldn't say no.
Well, aren't you just so charming?
So,
We gotta.
you and the new boy, is that what you want?
We'll see. We got
Mhm.
something we want to show you.
Ooh,
Hmm.
please lead the way.
Oh boy. And she's gonna take him down to where the dead body is. Or not the dead body, the
Well, technically, yes, dead body.
Oh, yeah.
Technically.
Technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have to head out though now. It's I got some in a half hour I have to
Oh,
get to.
That's
But-
actually a good timing, as we are, in fact, over 10, 10 here, but over our time. So I'll say that this is a great time to stop and call it there.